get that thing fixed, so I don't have to go, are we live yet? Are we live yet? How about no? All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to ClearPropTV.com. I am your host, Sean Symons, PPG Grandpa. Man, look at this panel that we have today. This is really going to be a fun episode. Episode 64. They're just telling me. I said, is this episode 63? They go, no, it's 64. I cannot believe this is season 2, episode 64. Welcome. We are going to go around the panel real quick, and everyone's going to introduce themselves. We're going to start with Linda, and everyone knows that Linda's our cheerleader, and she is our ParaMomUSA.com. Linda, tell us a little bit about yourself and your .com and all your fun shenanigans.
Holy moly. It's been a fun ride the last couple of years. And I jumped on the Paramotor paragliding train here with all you guys. I don't fly, but my son does, Robert Michaels. Make sure you check out his show on Thursday night, paraglidingtalk.com. And he's a paraglider / paramotor just recently. And he's doing awesome. And I appreciate you guys. You're my family, everything. And we always have a great time. And please, everybody, just jump in the chat and we're going to have a great time tonight.
So if people want to jump on the show, if they want to be part of the show, if they want to be like a guest on the show, how do they get up with you to ask you to be on the show?
Yeah,
What's your .com? What's your .com?
ParaMomUSA.com.
ParaMomUSA.com. All right. Well, thank you very much. You are a cheerleader, and we definitely love you. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you. JP Tulo is in the house. That's the man that needs no introduction, but he's going to introduce himself. He's the only guy that I know that's thrown a reserve that was not at SIV course. JP, tell us a little bit about yourself and how we can get up with you on your social media. Wait a minute, real quick. Last week, you had a video that was on there for 3 days, and you had like 1.5 million views. What's it up to now?
Well, it was at 1.1 million last week, and it's at 1.6 million as of right now, maybe 1.7. And the depressing thing is that it has nothing to do with the paramotors. So it's a cat video, and if you want to know the details, you'll have to go look me up on the TikTok, JP Tulo. Yeah, I'm also on Instagram and the YouTube under the same name. My story is that I love to fly. I feel like I was born to fly. It's just my life has gotten so much better since training, and I love it. I could talk about it all day and every day, and that's why I'm one of the usual suspects that you'll see me on any night of the week, talking paramotors on one of these podcasts, whether it be Robert Michaels or OPN on Sundays. Just can't get enough paramotor. So that's it.
Is there a .com or two that we can
There's a jptulo.com, and there's also a ppgjp.com. So no excuses of why you guys couldn't find me on social media. If you're not subscribed to me yet, I don't know what to say. I'm extremely disappointed because
PPGJP, say it 10 times really quick.
Yeah, right. PPG. I can't even say it once fast. PPGJP.com and jptulo.com. JPTULO.
That is awesome.
I make these like little short clips. Nothing Tucker-esque. Just little fun clips with some music, sound effects, whatever. Just fun stuff with that.
No, thank you, JP. Yeah. He's the guy that is going to be putting your name in the spinning wheel of Winnie things. We got 5 spins that we're doing tonight. So make sure that you say hello to JP Tulo. He's the one that's going to put you in the spinning wheel of Winnie things. Brian, hey, Bill Waller. What's up, my brother from another mother?
What's going on, guys? Just glad to be here, man, hanging out with my family and my paramotor family. Such a great group of people. Like, I was lucky enough to go to a fly-in recently down at Swanee. Got to hang out with a bunch of us, and man, looking forward to the Moonshiners already. Finally get to meet Sean. But I'm just living the dream. I live in a Winnebago camper, and every once in a while I travel, and I get to go to fly-ins and other places. I travel to Aviator Trained at Aviator over a year ago, and I got over 100 flights now. Totally got addicted to paramotors right off the bat. This just changed my life. Where I go and what I want to do and who I want to hang out with revolves around paramotors now a lot, which I love. And if you want to watch any of my YouTube videos, you can look me up at ppgbrian.com, and that'll take you straight to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that, Sean, hooking us all up with websites, man. You're the man, brother. Appreciate it.
It's nice to have a short little .com that you can go to your main source of social media, like with Linda, it's her Facebook page. With JP, it's his TikTok. With you, it's your YouTube. So, it's pretty nice. And it really is nice having your own PPG, which reminds me, we got our very own Eric and Jade. They got their very own .coms. ppglear.com, which is going to be forwarded to their very own page that we're working on that they don't know about yet. Wait a minute. I guess you know about now, but they don't know about it yet. And it's going to be really cool. But they also have their own .coms. Paramotorgirl.com goes over to Jade's, and Paramotor Co., like corporation.com, is actually going over to Eric's page. So Eric and Jade, tell us a little bit about yourself and welcome.
Yeah, so my name's Eric Lear, paramotorco.com. Started learning paramotors, about 9 months ago. And now that summer's starting to come around, we will be able to do some flights without wearing our Arctic gear, because we do live in northern Wisconsin. We got to go out flying today, and I did not have to turn the electrics on for the gloves. So I was pretty happy, and good to see everybody out on the panel and out in the chat.
That is awesome. Real quick, I can just want to say that I had my first t-shirt flight of the year yesterday, and It was rocking. It felt so good. I actually got a little bit sunburned, and I love it. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's coming, guys. The good weather's coming to stay. Just a matter of time.
Jade, your turn.
What? You gonna introduce me like that? Oh, you said Jade. You said Jade. I thought you said Shane. Eric, I was like, wait a minute, what?
Eric and Jade.
I thought my internet went down there for a second. My name is Jade Lear, and I have been up in the air for about 8 months. And it was, I'll go along and be a cheerleader for my husband. And it turned out to, no, you're going to do this also. And I went, what? So I needed to do a tandem, and after because I wanted to see if I was going to pass out when my feet left the ground, because I'm afraid of heights. I hate roller coasters. I hate all that stuff. And I went up on a tandem, and I decided this was pretty cool. And I am on a trike because I do have 7 knee surgeries, 2 reconstructions after jumping off of a fire truck with bunch of fire hose when I used to be a firefighter EMT many years ago. So my knee is pretty messed up, and that's why I'm on a trike. We went flying tonight, and I thought I saw my life flash before my eyes 3 times, as I thought my tires were dragging across the treetops. And I've just been having problems lately, and Eric kind of pushed me to go, because my nerves were shot again, but I went up, but then it was bumpy and I was back down. And of course, after I was packing up my wing tonight, the wind started calming down, and I went back up after he flew by and messed up my wing when I was ready to go. And saw some turkeys and came back down, and he actually finally got me on a little bit of video, at least on my landing. Because otherwise I always have him, because usually I'm the one on the ground.
Well, so, how in the world are we going to get up with you so we can see this cool footage?
I am on YouTube with Flying Flamingo Jade, and also paramotorgirl.com.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate you on here, and we definitely need to talk later on today. For all the women out there that are like, I'm afraid of heights, or, just people in general, I'm afraid of heights. I've heard that so many times. I'm afraid of heights, but once they get up on a tandem, they're like, this is like Google. This is like a Google map.
It's different.
It's satellite view. It's like this is not heights. This is not like I'm on top of a tree or on a wiggly ladder. It's definitely amazing. So definitely, guys, thank you so much for being here. Never trust a skinny chef, Shane. I see that you are home, so I'm going to call on you real quick. He's also our resident comedian. So I think that if someone in the chat says, "Hey, we're going to donate $1 or $2 to hear Shane tell a story or a joke," I think that you're on call, dude. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Skinny Chef Shane.
Most of my jokes are kind of hard because this is PPG rated. So, anyways, I learned to fly a little over a year ago. I've been cooking on YouTube for a little while, and I kind of do both of them. Sometimes I add the flying videos and the cooking together. Sometimes I don't. I like to make people laugh, and yeah, I just got back from flying, so I was running late. Ended my flight a little early. Had one of those 2-step takeoffs tonight where you do the reverse, turn around 2 steps, and you go immediately to 50 feet. Yeah, that was tonight. It was not the greatest air, but I get to fly. I didn't get to fly this weekend, so it was worth it. And then I hurried back home, which I hadn't even had dinner yet, which I will be after the show gets started. I will black out my screen real quick, eat real fast, and be right back on.
Well, you also have a show too, usually on Tuesday nights, like tomorrow. How do we get to this new show that you got going on?
Well, if you go to ppgshane.com, Will asked me if I'm sober. Yeah, I actually haven't had anything to drink yet, so I may not be as funny as I normally think I am. You can go, it starts at 8:00 on Tuesday nights. We just kind of hang out, talk about whatever. Tomorrow night, I want to talk about wing inspections before flights, after flights. How often do we do it? And how often should we do it? So that'll be tomorrow night's topic, if you will.
If someone wants to be on your show, how do they get up with you to be on your show? Or is it just you bring people on? How does it work?
I usually ask whoever's in the chat if they want to come on. If they do, then I'll drop the link in the chat and invite them on. And we can talk about whatever we're talking about, or they can come on and talk about whatever they have on their minds. It's an open forum.
Good. And it's not PPG rated, right? It's just whatever.
I try, but I don't do very well.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Shane. We appreciate you. Always make sure you go to ppgshane.com. We also got PPG Pirate in the house. Not the pirate man. The guy that dropped a bill on one of our podcasts, the one that, wins so many things. Like, what'd you win? You won a strobe, didn't you? Like recently?
Nice strobe.
Yeah, episode 58, you won a strobe. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how do we get up with you?
Yeah, I'm Brook Sheffield. I go by PPG Pirate, which was my flight name at Aviator. Much like Brian the Hay Bell Waller, I'm a Aviator grad, also like our guest tonight. Been flying for 270 some flights. I've got a little over 200 hours of flight in the last year. Recently got my tandem exemption. Just recently completed an SIV. Flying has kind of become my life, other than farming, which you can kind of see behind me. I'm a cannabis farmer, and homesteading and farming has kind of been what I was into until I got into flying. And now you can follow my adventures at ppgpirate.com, which will take you over to my YouTube page. Not much going on there yet, but I promise there's a bunch of content I'm about to release. So I appreciate everybody's patience. But I'm stoked to be here tonight. And yeah, that's who I am. That's what I do. I fly.
He was also a guest many, many moons ago, and he gave us all samples of his CBD oil. How do we go about going to your website and ordering some of that CBD oil that you got going on?
I'm super glad you asked. So since we last met, my company has sold to another company. And I'm now working for a bigger, better company. And so I'd love for you guys to check out Appalachian Standard. That's the name of the company I'm now growing for. And they've got amazing products like oils. You can get the flowers behind us. We've got vapes. We've got lip glosses, all kinds of cool stuff. So check out Appalachian Standard. I believe it's AppalachianStandard.com. And cool stuff there. Yeah, check us out.
And if it is, just drop a link in the chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being on the show. And we also, of course, have PPGTommy.com. He had a heck of an adventure this last weekend. He made it all the way back over here just so we could be on the show tonight. Tommy, tell us a little bit about yourself and how we can get up with you.
I've been flying for around three and a half years now. Started out as a paragliding pilot and got a motor and got pretty hooked. Had to get a different wing and whole different setup to keep up with Sean. And you can get me at PPG Tommy on Instagram. You can get me at www.ppgtommy.com for YouTube.
Yeah, when we first started flying, I apparently was flying faster than him because he had a mountain wing. So he upgraded and got a wing that actually is faster than mine. So go figure. But tonight is not about the panel. Tonight is about our guest, Matt. Mainly Paramotors. Man, he's been winning a lot of stuff from here. And we said, hey, since you're winning so much stuff from here, how about you just jump on and you tell us a little bit about yourself. So here he is. Matt, welcome to the show. We appreciate you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Hey guys, I appreciate you having me on. It's killer. And obviously I appreciate you letting me get on the wheel and win some things too. I'm not going to complain about that. So my name is Matt, Mainly Paramotors. I'm from up in Maine. I've been flying for a little over a year. I was in PPG Pirates class down at Aviator. So that's how I known him for a little over a year now, obviously. Met Brian through Brook this past February when we went down and flew again and just kind of hung out. My whole thing up here is I just love flying. It's one of the cool things to do. I'm mainly just, no pun intended, looking for more people to fly with and to help anyone that wants to get into the sport. Like anyone up here that wants to know anything about it, how to get into it, where we fly, who to fly with, where to fly. That's kind of what I'm here for. You can find me on YouTube and my website, mainlyparamotors.com, that has all the links to Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm not going to remember my Facebook link because I don't have a custom one because I'm not cool enough yet. But other than that, yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Well, you also won our paramotordude.com. So if you go to paramotordude.com, I don't know where that goes, but that should probably go to your unlinkable, social media.
It goes right to my YouTube.
So so you also got Paramotor Guest because you're our guest this week. So if you want to go check them out, you also have your very own .com, Mainly Paramotors. So you got a lot of .coms. You need to let me know where you want that paramotordude.com to forward to, because you got a lot of .coms going on. I don't even know how to get it.
Yeah, it's kind of excessive, but got to get the name out there as much as you can.
You're calling yourself obsessive about PPG or .coms? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let's all laugh real quick because
for real.
I think I'm the obsessed one.
I was gonna say every week you have a new one.
We do. We get new ones all the time. Matter of fact, our newest one is where is it? It is ppggifts.com. So PPG Gifts is going to be where we go and donate and get donations. So absolutely, it's going to be really fun. So Mainly Paramotors. So is it Mainly Paramotors or Maine because of Maine? And how'd you come up with that .com?
Kind of me and one of my buddies, Aaron, actually, Brian met him when we went down to Florida this past February. We were kind of just hanging out one day. He knew what I wanted to do, and he knew I wanted to kind of get into it more and put my name out there. And we were kind of thinking names that would relate to Maine. And then he ironically goes, yeah, it needs to relate to Maine, but mainly Paramotors as well. And I was like, well, can't not use that. And it kind of just came out of nowhere. It's just one of those funny things.
looks like you got a shirt that says Mainly Paramotors. Looks like your background says Mainly Paramotors, and
Yep.
your website, as you can see right here, Mainly Paramotors. Are you selling paramotors too, or what do you got going on here?
So I sell parts. I'm looking to sell some parts, throttles, anything like that you're looking for, kind of to keep you going. Not necessarily paramotors, but I can push you in the right direction. If you need one, I can push you in the right direction for what you need. I have stickers. I'm going to be getting some shirts on the website too, which would be kind of cool. It'll have actually the same sticker designs right there. And then it'll be the one with the dog and the color one on the front, and then the other one on the back.
You're a pretty good artist, just like me and my artist stuff. Wait a minute, no, we got a secret. What's our secret to getting these really cool cartoon things?
If you're gonna make me tell, it's this app called Fiverr. They have all kinds of artists on there, and you can go up and search it, and you can find all kinds of things. It's the coolest. I didn't know about it until someone mentioned it to me. They're like, "Hey, have you ever seen Fiverr?" I was like, "No, never seen it."
How do you spell that? Fiver?
Fiverr, 2 R's at the end.
2 R's.
Okay.
That's where you can get your little your stuff made there that we talked about before the show. Brian.
Oh, sorry. What was that, man?
So that's where you can get your little T-shirt thing made that you wanted to get made that we talked about before the show.
Absolutely, dude. I got a couple designs rolling around in my head right now.
There you go. So, Matt, you won a couple things here. What did you win on our show lately?
I won the throttle from, I think it was 3 episodes ago or 4. I think it was Mark George at Paraswag USA. Won one of those new throttles that they made.
You gave away a throttle?
Yeah. Dude, I said the same thing.
That carbon fiber one?
Yeah. I said the same thing. I couldn't believe it. And then the fact that I won it, I was even more blown away.
Nice pickup.
JP, you don't qualify to win anything on the show. You win on Sunday nights only, like last night.
Oh, I did win last night.
Way,
You mentioned it.
You only said engineer. I said electrical engineer. I should have won
he
that.
didn't specify during his spiel. And
it's all good.
I did notice that, Brian, and you came in right after me with electrical.
Yeah, no worries, man. I congratulated you.
How about I wear the mask that I won on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can wear the mask on Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. I'll even give it to you. You can share the mask I won.
Fair enough, but no,
Fair
we've
deal.
heard mainly Paramotors won quite a few things on this show for sure. He was just talking about that.
I think his name is quite popular. Speaking about names that are popular, Brian, you want to call off some names that are in the chat real quick? Are you able to do that?
Yeah. Shout out to Eric Aviator. He just showed up. We got another Eric, Paramotor.com. He's on the show, I believe. Josh Perry, DP, Bill H is on the show. John Wayne, PPG Pirate, Will Fly, Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, me. I saw Josh Perry and Fly Baby Flies on there. Your Dan Keys, John Wayne, Dave Aller, and Adam Martin. I think Tommy Sutherland, Josh Perry. Did I get him already? We got 25 in the chat right now. Appreciate all y'all jumping in and make sure.
Only 12 thumbs up.
Yeah. I was one of those a minute ago. Appreciate the reminder.
It's always good to remember. Speaking about reminding, make sure you guys say hi in the chat. If you have not, just say hi to JP Tulo because he's putting your name in the spinning wheel of winning things. We're going to be spinning here in about 5 minutes. So right after Matt tells us his latest, coolest adventure, we're going to spin the wheel. So make sure you say hi in the chat. Matt from Mainly Paramotor, what is your coolest adventure that you have done since you've been flying paramotors?
Real quick, Kent Stamey in the super chat with 20 bucks.
What?
Kent Stamey, always on it.
Thank
dude.
you so much.
Yep, and I missed slow days earlier. Sorry about that.
Killer Ken. Killer Kent. That was awesome.
What's up,
Back to you.
friends?
Yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to think. Coolest adventure since I've started flying. I think it's back in July of 2020. I went down to North Carolina over to PPG Pirates, over to Brooks, and he had me flying in the mountains. Granted, it's Maine, so there's some mountains here, but it's a little different down there in North Carolina. That we flew all over the place. He was trying to take me over to a place called Chimney Rock. Would have been the coolest flight. Got a little too bumpy for me back then, but hoping to visit him this summer again because now I definitely want to make that flight. So, Brooke, are you up for that or what?
Oh yeah, always.
All right, perfect, man.
Well, we're going to be spinning the spinning wheel here in just a minute, and we also got Aviator in the chat. So,
John Wayne dropped $20.
John Wayne? Thank you, John. Why are you not on here? You should jump on here and just hang out with us.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that while we're spinning the spinning wheel, since we have so many alumni that has gone to Aviator, we probably need to talk about Aviator experience too. Are you guys up for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So since we got our guest Matt, if you want to go ahead and start, how was your training at Aviator?
My training at Aviator was actually awesome. It was, granted, obviously I've never trained anywhere else. I get that, but I think it's the best training you can get, man. Like not even just the training, just the environment. I'm a big person like that. I don't want, especially a sport like this, I don't want to do it with people who aren't safe or who aren't fun to fly with, don't want to do it the right way. They make sure you do it the right way. They make sure you do it safe. And I left there feeling like a confident pilot, which was sweet. Like I went in the first day, having never seen it, having never touched a wing, scared to death. And then at the end of it, it was a life-changing experience. I'm a confident pilot. It's the coolest thing to see life from the sky. Totally different than a plane. People ask me all the time. They're like, yeah, man, I've flown to Florida before. It's nothing like that. It doesn't compare. There's no other feeling besides being wide open in the air. You can't beat it. So like their training is some of the best. I recommend them to anyone who reaches out to me. I've had a few people back home reach out to me and I've recommended them to Aviator. I think they're doing a class up north in July sometime. So I think anyone around this area, that'd be a good time to do it. But I love Aviator. They're still great. We went back down in February just to visit and fly again because we had such a great time. And it's such great flying down there in Florida.
Well, that is awesome. Hey, JP, when it hits 7:30, just kick on the spinning wheel. We're going to spin 5 times. Real quick, Matt, can you let us know what we're spinning for?
Yeah, so I have stickers. There's a couple different ones we have. They're on my website, but we'll see if we can do this. I'm not sure if it's going to work out well. Because
you can go back to your website if that helps.
Yeah, that's cool. Me and Meek will be on there. That's a dog you might have just seen photo bombing and crashing this podcast because he likes to do that, or the live streams, he likes to do that. And then there's a few more without him. And then a couple left of just we have a cool circle one and then the square one. So basically you'll get 2 stickers of 5 different spins, I think it is. So 2 stickers with each spin. Hopefully shirts soon. That's kind of the next thing. Once I get my shirts made, I'm sending them over to you guys so you can give them away on this.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. I just dropped our meeting ID and passcode, Eric, on Aviator Show. If you want to jump on and be part of this too, since we're going to be talking about Aviator Show while we're spinning the wheel, you're more than welcome to jump on. Who else has gone to Aviator, and let us know what you think. And we also have Will Fly.
$5. Go ahead, Sean.
No, thank you. I just saw that too. Will Fly dropped to $5 bill. You guys rock. We appreciate you, Will. WillFlyPPG.com, by the way. So who else has gone to Aviator? We're going to spin here in 1 minute, so make sure you guys say something in the chat.
Yeah, I went there with Matt as well. And just pretty much what Matt said, the most amazing time you can imagine. I did go train somewhere else before I went to Aviator, and I went there for about 2 days, and I didn't think the sport was for me. And so I backed off and took a whole nother year off. And then I was like, maybe I should try somewhere else. I booked at Aviator, and hands down, it was the best thing I've ever done in my life. I really think it might be the best thing I've honestly done in my life. It totally changed it. I just turned 40, so I'm hitting that typical midlife crisis. But Aviator creates and has this family and this atmosphere that you just don't get in a lot of places. There's a lot of great individual trainers out there, and not to take away from any one individual, but there's a collection of people there at an airport with all this information, all this equipment, there's planes there. You're just getting exposed to every bit of aviation all at once, and the depth of knowledge and levels of it, you're going to have a hard time getting that anywhere else. Then all the great equipment, man, I tell you, it's like my Mecca. I'm going back every year, and I'm hopefully going to buy some property nearby. It's an epic place to fly. It feels like it's like a little Africa out there. You've got bald eagles, you've got wild hogs, you've got, all these animals and alligators. It's a special place. And, even if you don't train there, you've got to go there and experience what Aviator has to offer. And anybody who goes there knows exactly what I'm talking about.
And I see Eric is in the chat. Welcome, Eric.
I didn't want to come on, guys. I said no because this is Matt's show, and I feel like you guys are going to have to say nice things because now I'm here. I want the truth. I want the hard-hitting facts. The tacos are just total crap. The last steaks you made were awful. Every once in a while, Fletch yells at me when he doesn't have his coffee. Tell the truth about Aviator.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's amazing
there. Aviator now with Eric on the show. I just can't do it.
No. I'll bounce back off.
Hey, Shannon Brooks put $4.99 in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shannon. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'll back up everything Brook said about training an Aviator. There's a lot of other good instructors out there. There's a lot of other, programs out there I've heard people talk very highly of. One of my first things is kind of you get what you pay for. A lot of people I've heard complain about Aviator taking so long to get into because they have such a long waiting list. Sometimes it was over a year for people to get in. I think it was 9 months when I signed up. Luckily, it didn't take that long. But it was well worth the wait. When you get there, it's a 2-week boot camp type thing, and you really become inducted into this family. Never been in the military. That's kind of what I would compare it to, is going into boot camp and basically just spending all these hours with people, really getting to know them. Everybody's there just to help each other. That's all they really want to do is see you succeed. And it's just an incredible place to train for sure. If you're interested in seeing a little bit of what it's like to train at Aviator, I did put out a series on my YouTube channel. If you go back over a year, a 6-part series about training there. And it's well worth the watch.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brian did a great job with it. I especially love that the hay bale came out so soon thereafter, and we got to disown him forever and make sure that everyone knows that. No, but I appreciate the kind words. I'll let you spin. I'll say something, but I'll let you guys spin because I want to see who wins what.
Well, tonight,
we'll talk a little bit in the background because we have 5 spins here.
Yeah, we got 5 spins, so that's why we're talking about Aviator. Matt, anytime that you want to jump in, of course, this is your show. Definitely go ahead and do it. Don't feel like, we're pushing in the background.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I love it. It's cool.
I just want to point out, it looks like those guys on the wheel are doing infinite tumbles in perfect synchronized form. It's really quite impressive.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Glad you pointed it out. I didn't notice that.
Well, we definitely want to say thank you to everyone that joins us every Monday. We appreciate the donations that helped us.
Yeah.
Will Fly.
Oh, no way.
I think it's going to be Will Fly.
Will Fly.
Will Fly should not be allowed to win anymore.
Will fly.
There it is. All right, congratulations, Will Fly.
You guys seen the beginning of his videos? It says like, "Will dream, will inspire, will fly, will win all of our prizes."
Yeah, well, he just put out a beautiful video about Swanee yesterday, and
Yes.
dude, I like to watch my videos, but when I watch people's videos like Will's, it makes me realize how much room for improvement I have. He does a really good job.
He does. I told him I need to learn how to edit video like he does. I don't do enough of the B-roll stuff. That I don't ever do B-roll stuff, like the dog walking towards the camera in the grass, him strolling down the camp, with all the campers on his one wheel.
I haven't seen his
going,
stuff
guys?
yet. I haven't seen his stuff yet. I don't know if you guys have seen Alan Archer. Alan's an alumni of ours. He just was down in Costa Rica for a few months and posted a really cool video of him flying in Jaco with Gigi at Paracosta, and his motion tracking was like choice. And it's something we don't really do in our videos, and we have a full production team. Like we're working hard to make this stuff good, and he nailed it. So if you guys want to see some cool paramotoring in Costa Rica, check out Alan Archer's channel.
Hey Eric, we got a question from Paramotor NC. He wants to know if you guys do PPG schools ever? Do you ever offer a program for intermediate pilots, something in between the training and in advanced maneuvers?
Yeah, we do. So we actually, our schedule's been so booked up.
I got Jim. My money's on Jim.
I think so.
Jim.
Get it, Jim.
So I will say
That's
really quick,
awesome.
anyone who wins, just reach out to me on my website, mainlyparamotors.com, and send me an email, and I'll get everything. Just send me your address and name, and I'll send everything out to you. Just
to make it easy, if you go over to ppgzone.com/clearpop.tv, just fill out the winner form, and what I'll do is I'll fill that. I will forward that over to Mainly Paramotors.
Perfect.
So that way you don't have a whole bunch of emails coming in, and
that's killer.
Well, actually, you probably want a bunch of emails coming in, but whatever.
No, that's cool. That's perfect.
We got 3 more spins, so go ahead and just keep on spinning, Mr. JP, unless you got some more people that you're jumping in.
Hey, I want to hear the first time you got back to Maine. Did you get to fly in Maine, or did you have to wait till you got down to North Carolina to get your next flight after school?
Yeah, so that's a good question, because I didn't. I trained in February. So if anyone knows any kind of Maine weather, it's freezing until April or May. It's under 40 until April or May. So it's windy, it's tough. I didn't fly. It got up to the end of June, and it was finally getting good weather, but it had been so long. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it by myself. I knew I could. I knew I would have no issues, but it was just more me being a safe pilot, what Aviator taught, be a safe pilot, kind of always know where you're at. I knew I could do it, but I didn't want to by myself. I wanted to fly with some other people for the first time. So from February to June, I didn't fly. I went down to North Carolina to Brooks and flew for the first time since training. Got in about 6 flights, came back home and flew the next week. And then a few weeks after that, I've had about 7 or 8 flights back home now. And just came back from Aviator again in February because it had been 6 months since I had flown. So I didn't want to just wait until July again and make it a year. So it's one of those things I like to keep it going. I don't want to lose anything.
Can someone shout out the people that have donated?
I can do it. We got Sean Priority PPC from Walter Priori. And that's the latest one I see. I'm scrolling. Shannon Brooks is the one before that. So yeah, I gotta say, you guys get way more donations than we ever do. So I think you're doing something right. Well done.
Okay, Eric, since you're here, I just want to say, since you're actually here, I know I've typed it many times and told you many times, you're the reason why I'm here. Well, you're one of the reasons why I'm here. I loved your show before I started flying. I appreciate your show. It really helped a lot. And I know that you guys are so busy down there. I wanted to help, alleviate, that spot that's missing now. That's why we got together and we started doing the show.
It's coming back. We're going to have the show back again. We're building a studio out, so it will be a bit more professional and just better all around. I'm doing hardwired internet and trying to find ways to make it even better. So the show will return probably Tuesday night still, and it will hopefully have considerably higher production value. The goal is a 4 to 5 camera kind of cool freaking show.
Wow. Awesome,
Yeah.
Eric.
If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, right?
Shane
That's
show.
my family's motto. That's literally it's on my family's crest. Is anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Nick Bryan.
Congratulations, Nick. Make sure you
All
go
right.
over to ppgzone.com/clearproptv.com or clearproptv and fill out your winner's form.
Will Fly just dropped another $10. Says this is for Resurgence PPG, not to spin anything.
Nice.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, we get paid every on the 21st of every month, and it just happens to be the 22nd. So we got paid yesterday, but they dropped it in our account for all the money that you guys have donating. So we're going to be sending some money out to Resurgence. We're going to be buying some more stuff. All the people that have won the flags in the last month or so, now we're going to put those in production. So you guys will be getting those. And that goes back to episode 56 or before. Shannon Brooks, Mark McElroy, Mark George will fly. You get some flags. Episode 57, Kent Stamey, Scott Shamka, which I haven't heard from Scott yet. Shannon Brooks. Oh, you got the gloves. Mainly Paramotor got the paramotordude.com. Walter got a shirt. Tyler Val's got the strobe. But yeah, we're going to be putting those flags in production soon. Who is going to win this one, guys?
Watch it be Aviator.
I think it's going. Oh, I think it's going to go by Aviator. Kent.
Oh,
I think my money's on Kent.
I think Aviator.
It's a close one.
That's
It's a
Kent.
close
He's gonna
one.
get.
If he wins,
Come on,
he has to
Kent.
put it on his car.
Come on, Kent.
Yeah, that's Kent.
Oh man, Kent wins again.
Yeah, Kent, get it, boy.
Kent deserves it, man. He's had a big week. He just got done training with Kyle Lowe down there.
Yep, and he is now a pilot. He has flown.
And he's also has his very own .com at kentstamey.com, which reminds me, Kent, when you fill out that form, also let me know where you want your kentstamey.com to be forwarded to. I can't find your YouTube. Do you have a YouTube? Come on, guys. Help me out here. Well, so Kent Stamey won. All right. We got one more spin to go. And then we're back to Matt and his adventures.
Hey, I
So
will say
what is-
real quick while the wheel's spinning, when I was looking into schools to learn to fly, Aviators was my number one choice, except for they were out a year and I didn't want to wait a year. So I ended up at Four Winds, which I've been completely and totally happy with. I actually just flew tonight with a guy I just met at the compound who flew with Four Winds like 2 years ago. And he was a pretty nice guy and talked highly of the school as well. But Aviators was my first choice. I just was impatient.
Well, luckily, we're not that far booked out anymore. We've more than quadrupled our staff, and we're in a much better position to be able to actually serve people. So last year, we trained 186 pilots.
What?
The year before that, like 110. The year before that, 66. So we're on track for 250 plus this year. We're adding staff. We're actually actively hiring instructors, and you don't have to be an instructor. So if you are a pilot that likes paramotor and wants to share it with other people, we can help you learn how to teach, and it's something we'd love to do. So we're looking to add probably 5 more instructors to the team.
Congratulations, Plainfield
Awesome.
PPG.
Plainfield PPG. Make sure you go over to ppgzone.com/clearproptv and fill out your winning form. Let us know that you won a sticker. All right. Does anybody have anything else that they want to give away since we still have got the spinning wheel thing?
Kent Stamey just said he would like to donate my sticker to my brother to me. Now, I honestly did not read all of that until just now. So I'll go to the form and put in all the information under Kent's name. But we still need your social
security number.
No.
And drop of blood.
We need your info for your social media.
Yeah, so
Guys,
you can send that. Go ahead.
No, it's all good, Sean.
Okay. Go ahead and send me your information, Kent Stamey, to ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Go ahead, Mr. Eric.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me on. Mark, George asked if we do franchises. No, we're not doing franchises at this time. We looked into it, and it's way too much work. And even the Alliance program, as awesome as people are, it's still just not quite the same as training an aviator. So we're just doing more aviators. But for all you guys here at Clear Prop TV, thank you so much for having me. Matt, Brian, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Love everybody. And we'll have more fun very soon. I'm going to go hang out with my wife again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric, for jumping on the show. We definitely appreciate you.
One thing, Mr. Farewell.
Real quick before you leave, Eric, can I grab a screenshot?
Oh, yes, screenshot real quick.
I'm ready finally.
And send these screenshots to me. I haven't been getting them.
Oh, okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Oh, no.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Eric.
Great night, guys. See y'all soon.
Peace out, Eric. Thank you.
So we got some questions in the chat.
Hey, real quick, I will tell you, every time I've ever gone or talked to in the shows or whatever to do with Eric, he's always been more than cordial and very polite and friendly. And he's just an all-around great guy.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've been down to Aviator 4 different times, once to train, and I've had a privilege to meet different classes. And my last trip down there, I got to hang out with Brook and Matt and quite a few other people. You. That was awesome. Yep.
Yeah,
so
that was
Matt,
killer time.
Tell us about your first flight in Maine.
So first flight in Maine.
I mean, where did you go? What did you see?
It was around August. So like in Maine, August is just the month. Like that's our prime flying time. If the winds have finally died, it's beautiful the whole time. So there's a turf farm like about 15-20 minutes from my house, so not too far, which is awesome. 100+ acre turf farm. It's an old school farmer who loves it. He just thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. That was actually my first flight from that farm. So I flew out of there. As soon as you go up, I mean, if anyone knows Maine, I'm generally like right along the coast, probably 20 miles in. But as soon as you go up in the air, you see everything. So that was the first time I had flown in Maine in anything besides like a commercial airplane or commercial whatever. That was the coolest feeling in the world. Aviator was one thing. Like I said, it's amazing to fly there. It's perfect flying. But flying back in your home area is the coolest thing. Like as soon as I left the ground, I could see all of the ocean. it was unreal. I can't even describe it. It was the coolest thing. And then going back down to Brook's afterwards or before that, like comparing the two, it was Brook, your place is amazing. But as much as I complain about Maine being cold, Maine is the most beautiful state in the US. Maybe I'm biased, obviously, but
are there any questions in the chat that we missed? Eric, Jade?
I didn't see any.
The last questions were directed at Eric. So have you kicked the moose or anything like that up there? I mean, down in Alabama, we have hay bales. In Maine, I'm guessing you got moose.
Yeah, the moose, deer, all that. Yeah. No, my goal was to land on the moose's back. No, I'm just kidding now.
That would be the coolest video ever, though.
Tell me it wouldn't. Did anyone see the video of the dude jumping out of their boat onto a moose by any chance?
What? No.
Yeah, a dude totally does that. I'm pretty sure it's in Maine. Jumps off his little boat onto the back of a moose who's just swimming in the water or walking because the moose is giant. No, where
Yeah,
I'm
but
at, there's no moose, unfortunately. Lots of deer.
Didn't that guy that jumped on that moose bust his hand up? He blamed it. He ended up with a moose knuckle.
Yeah,
I get it.
Wow.
That's your best joke in a long time.
that was good.
Hey, he kept it PPG rated. I'll give him that.
I did.
Right.
Oh man. Have you ever had a run-in with a moose? I mean, you say you don't have a lot of them in your area.
Yeah, so we go up north and go four-wheeling, dirt biking, all that. It's another, as surprising as it is, kind of Maine's a little redneck once you get up north. It's awesome. But you go up there, man, you are bound to see moose. It's unreal. We've done the whole, I've been in a lake. We go up in the boat. We go into the little cove. We know how deep the cove is, solid 10 feet. You can't touch. It's up to the moose's belly, maybe his chest. Scariest thing in the world. They're the coolest thing, but you don't want to go near them.
They're just massive.
Yeah,
They
it's
will
unreal.
stomp you in the ground.
Yeah, people like, I have family in South Carolina. We've joked with them. They've never understood how big a moose was. It's like a deer to them. And I'm like, yeah, no, dude, moose is a total different story.
Moose is huge. I lived in Alaska. I ran a guide
Brook,
shop hunting moose, and you can cook their ribs. Their ribs are this big, and you're around the campfire eating moose ribs. It'll feed 8 people.
Yeah,
it's a big animal.
It's insane.
I'll second him. I grew up in Alaska also, and the difference between a moose and a deer is so when you hit a deer, they bounce off your bumper. When you hit a moose, usually it'll kick the feet out, and the moose will come through your windshield, and you don't make it. They are a very large animal.
Yeah, you hit a moose, you're only hitting the legs, and it's coming into the cab. Even in a truck,
correct.
It's coming into your cab.
So what do you yell? The moose is loose.
I think she's our comedy relief tonight.
I had to.
Every time I hear moose, I'm thinking about moose and squirrel. That's how old I am.
Oh, you're so funny. No, it's all good.
So when are you coming down this way and flying with us? When's your next fly-in?
So I'm hoping to make the Moonshiner fly-in.
Oh, right.
That's one we're all going to.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one then, because it's right around Tennessee, North Carolina. I'm assuming Tennessee because of the name.
It's
maybe I'm wrong.
Mountain City, Tennessee.
All right, so I was pretty close. Yeah, no, that's the one I really want to go to. I've avoided it for the last year just to kind of make sure my skills are up there. I don't want to be the dude at the flying who ruins things. No one wants to be that guy.
There's never just one guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There's never just one guy.
As long as I'm the first guy.
Yeah.
As long as I'm the first one, there's bound to be the other one that goes, screw the first guy. No one remembers him. But yeah, the Moonshiner's flying is the one I'm hoping to go to in August, I think.
Yeah, it's August 4th through the 8th, I do believe.
Yeah.
And I believe that we might meet up earlier than that.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later. All right. It looks like we also got Tommy Sutherland here in the chat. So welcome, Tommy. We appreciate you being in here. So you also said before the show that you also like to ride thing with 2 wheels. So tell us about your motocross and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so that's kind of my other thing. My brother owns a used car dealership, so we have a lot of weird stuff that comes through motorcycle wise. That anything with 2 wheels is kind of my other thing. Paramotors and 2 wheels. I don't care for 4 wheels. That's too safe.
It's too safe. So have you done anything like jumping ramps? I mean, do you just drive or ride the motorcycle, or is there...
No, so trail riding is a lot of things up here, but you get really bored. You learn to ride wheelies really well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that. You get really good at riding wheelies.
Do we have any videos of that?
No, I've never actually owned a GoPro until the last flight I took in February. I just never gotten into it. And I finally was like, this sucks. I don't have any video of me doing anything cool. So February is actually really my first start of like any GoPro footage of anything, which is kind of crazy, I know. But
speaking of which, you've got some videos up on your YouTube channel of flying, right?
yeah, Mainly Paramotors on YouTube. I have a couple videos. One was when I was down in Florida in February, I test flew a Spider 20 meter for the first time, and I'd never flown one of those before, so that was really cool. And I just made a video of that.
And just so you know, you can go check it out. If you go to paramotordude.com, you'll be able to see his YouTube channel.
Yeah, paramotordude.com.
That's another thing you won from us.
That was the other one. I always forget that one because I have it on my Facebook page, Mainly Paramotors Facebook page, for another link for my YouTube, and I post that places.
Hey,
And
we need
that
to
was
figure
one I
out a
couldn't
way.
remember.
We need to figure out a way to make a motorcycle jump with the your wing, and then somehow get the motor started and go. Okay, might sound a little dangerous. I don't have the details worked.
I'm in.
JP Tulo, come down and get on one of those trailers, and then you come jump in, and he comes up over you. I think that would be a great TikTok.
I'm in.
Exactly.
JP.
Let's do it.
JP in. All right,
Let's do
cool.
it. I wasn't even listening. I don't know what you said, but
Perfect.
I'm in.
That's the best. That's perfect.
Hold on, wait a minute. I want to join this with me cooking on a grill. So one of you fly over, the other one jump over, and I'm just cooking hamburgers.
Can you hand off like a
That's
burger?
what's gonna sell it, though.
And
Yeah.
I'll
That's what's
video
gonna
it
sell
for
it.
TikTok.
Flip a
Yeah.
burger to us in midair. Where's that?
Yeah,
Yep.
you got to throw the
Yep.
burger in midair, and they both have to catch it. And then one of them eats it while he's riding away. The other one goes up to 10,000 feet and eats it. There you go.
And I'm gonna video it.
There's the next
for
YouTube
TikTok.
video.
Anybody that wants to, that's definitely the way we're going to do. Hey, it's almost 8:00. So how long can you stay with us, Matt?
I'm here. I'm hanging out the rest of the night with you guys. I took the night off of work so I could kind of just hang out.
Well, that's freaking awesome. What do we got? What are we watching this? Who's sharing this?
Oh, this is Pirate.
Oh, Pirate
He
sharing.
actually finally got some footage of me because I didn't really get that much.
Nice. That looks
Yeah,
like flying down to Florida. Swamp.
Yeah. Yep. Brian and Brook kind of had my back while I was down there.
Ooh, he came in kind of hard there.
Yeah, he cruises. I'm on that Mojo XS, so I'm cruising nice and slow. Brook comes in on it. I think he's on the Speedster 3 there, just flying in, and then just slows right down and bumps me and keeps going.
Were you nervous?
No, I knew he's good.
Yeah.
If it was anyone else, I would have been like, I don't
I was the same way,
know about
man.
you. I don't know about you
JP
flying
tried to
up
chase
that
me down in
hill.
a fly-in. I could try a hard time getting away from him, man.
I watched a few people that I was like, nah, I'm good on that one. I'm good. I'll turn away.
Like a heat-seeking paramotor, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
I had a few instructors in school, dude. I think the first one to touch my tip was AJ Goen, and
Whoa.
not many people have had that honor.
Okay.
Doing some tip touches, are we?
Hey,
That
well,
was
hey,
my-
guys,
that was
I
my
gotta
first
run.
tip
It's
touch.
always a pleasure. I wish I could hang out later tonight. But I will see you guys next week. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. If you haven't yet, please give us a thumbs up. It goes a long way. But yeah, love you guys, my Paramotor family.
And thank you very much, JP.
Take care,
All
right.
JP.
Couldn't do it without you.
I'll catch you on the next
JP.
show, guys. Good night.
All right. Well, it's almost 8:00. Is there any other adventure story that you want to share before we go into the after show and invite everybody on here?
No, it's kind of it for me. Basically, if anyone's around New England, I get it. My name is Mainly Paramotors. That's the point. Mainly Paramotors. Anything to do with paramotors. You guys around New England, I want to fly. Anyone around here, reach out to me. I love flying with new people. I love helping people get into the sport. If anyone has questions around here, reach out to me. That's kind of what I want to be here for. I just want to help people get into the sport, keep people in the sport, and kind of just fly with as many people as I can.
Now, not only are you the guest of the show and we appreciate you, but you also are the one that supplied all the stickers that went out today. So we definitely appreciate you on that. For people that didn't win the stickers but want to help support Matt, go to mainlyparamotor.com. Is that right? Or is it Paramotors with an S?
Paramotors. Paramotors with an S.
All right. So Mainly Paramotors with an S. Check out his YouTube channel at paramotordude.com. Also, he's our paramotorguest.com for this week. So if you forget all these .coms, just go to Paramotor Guest. You'll be able to get up with him. Share the love. Make sure you run over to his mainlyparamotors.com and you get a couple stickers. What else do you sell besides stickers?
So I'm getting some shirts made up too, just because I love shirts. It's one of my things. I like them. Everyone loves t-shirts. Everyone loves stickers. I'm gonna be putting up parts on my website too. So like throttles, any kind of smaller like paramotor accessories for that you're gonna need around here, anywhere really, and things like that. Kind of, basically anything that's gonna keep you flying.
Well,
anything that could go bad, I want to be able to help you out and keep you flying.
Well, we appreciate you being on the show. You're going to be here until we shut down. So that's awesome. I just opened up the after show. So if you guys are in the chat, want to just jump on here and actually talk paramotors, remember, we're going to try to keep up with the paramotor theme. So let's not try to go off on too many tangents about stuff, unless we're talking about, the motorcycles and cross, country motorcycling and things like that. I don't care, as long as it's fun.
Yeah.
So Matt, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When's a good time to go visit Maine? I don't know if you read the chat or not, but Flying Flamingo Jade, she says that Maine is on her bucket list, and it is. I've never really been out to that area. So when's a good time to come out there? Because we'll come out there, look you up, and definitely go flying.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So that comes. Do you like warm weather or cold weather? It's a tough one. I hate the cold weather.
Let me tell you, we fly in 9 degrees all the way up to, I think our highs get to be, I don't know, maybe 80. I don't know.
Okay, so you're cool. You're cool with everything then.
Yeah.
You're good anytime between June and September. Me personally,
okay,
I'd go August, mid-August, end of August, beginning of September. That's
all right.
The perfect time. End of August is our warmest season, but it's our calmest month.
And then you'll show us how to go get a lobster or something.
Oh, absolutely. You got to get the best
All right.
seafood. That was something I got in not an argument, but a disagreement with some people down in Florida. They tried to tell me some seafood down there, and I was like, yeah, that's not lobster, man. I was like, that's not
right.
the real
Yeah,
thing.
Those Florida people.
Yeah, I was like, I love you guys, but I was like, it's not real lobster. Cool. I was like, come to Maine.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
So in other words,
awesome.
what you're saying is, as soon as we're done with the moonshiners, go over to Maine.
Yes, exactly.
We're traveling north.
That's probably what I'm planning. I was already planning on July and August up in New England. I've got a lot of friends up in that area, not just Maine, that I want to visit. And I've never been up there with my camper. I was planning on taking probably go up there for about a month. But then you got moonshiners is the beginning of August. So I'm trying to figure out how to make all that work together. And I'm thinking that I probably will go north after moonshiners because it's at the beginning of August.
That'd be perfect.
August sucks in Alabama, man. It's just
yeah.
Hey, so I want to extend that invitation to you, Matt. We would like to see you up in northern Wisconsin in February, and we're going to show you how to take off and land on a lake, so you'll be able to do that back home.
I'm in. I'm totally in. Sounds like a blast, actually, because that was one thing a few people asked me. They're like, hey, do you take off from the lake? And I was like, haven't yet, but now that I know people do.
Oh, it's a blast.
Here's your next challenge. Ice fish and fly paramotor the same day.
Oh, that'd
from
be
the
awesome.
from the same place.
Oh yeah.
Here you go.
Wow.
Or better yet, you can
launch and
take out
fly.
an ice fisherman as you're landing, like I almost did.
Have you flown from a frozen lake?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
We live on a little lake.
They're from Wisconsin. They're in Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. Oh, my bad. I'm a space cadet. Sorry. That's fine. No, don't get me wrong. So you guys get the cold thing. You understand it. You get real cold. You like actually know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, because that was one. I got down to Florida. It was 33 one night and 35 another night, and I wasn't too upset about it. And then the rest of the days where it was a few days where it was 60, I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and everyone's in a sweatshirt and pants, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't cold, man. I'm like, this is 60 degrees warmer than back home. They're like 60, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's 0 back home. Like we're getting 2 feet of snow type thing.
I know today was 60-ish when we flew this afternoon, and I went up, no gloves. I think I took my jacket off. I don't remember after having some issues and finally getting up there, but just regular shoes, no snow pants or anything like that. And it was wonderful.
I was gonna say that must be the best thing. I haven't flown in winter yet, like actual cold like snow. So because of that, I was like, I don't know if I want to get all the snow pants on, like a snowmobiling suit, like the onesie. But now
that's what Eric does.
Is that what he does? Yeah.
So for all the people that are flying like in, really cold weather, what is the gear to wear when you fly in like, below 0 weather?
Well, I fly with my snowboarding stuff. I just have snow pants and my winter jacket, and then usually a mask or a gaiter over my face, and then my ski goggles. We did buy the heated gloves and then the outer shell, and I had problems with that in my throttle hand because I got too much in my hand. So then I took off the outer shell because it's a little bit baggier. And then once I got up in the air, I was able to put that outer shell on once I was stable enough.
That was my worry, is like
and
launching with
I
with
said,
gloves.
the coldest we did was December 3rd or 5th, something like that. And it was 9 degrees.
9 or -9?
9 above. But it was
so easily 0
calmest.
in the air.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But it was the calmest, and it was a sunset or a sunrise, and I did that one on video on my YouTube channel, and that was pretty awesome.
Believe it or not, we get real calm weather in the snow. You don't have thermals, so you can do a
See, I
lot of
wondered
all-day
about
fly.
that.
You don't have
Yeah.
thermals, but you need thermals.
Correct.
Hey, in cold weather, do you get the thermals off the snow, or can y'all do midday flights with no problem? Can you turn
Midday flights, no problem. Yeah, it's nice.
It's funny because I kind of wondered that, because I was curious, since this is still my first year. This is my first winter kind of being able to fly. I'd wondered that same thing. Like, is there thermals when it's 3 feet of snow on the ground?
No, not at all.
Because there's nothing really to heat up. You're just melting
Nope.
snow.
Correct.
See, that's cool.
So in Maine, I'm guessing you don't have a lot of LZs, right? Wherever you take off from, probably very wooded.
Yeah, that's the other tough one, is picking the spots where you want to fly. We have a few of them. Like, there's a community park like right down the street from my house. I would love to fly it. There's just not as many outs as I would like. So it wouldn't be.
That's why they call you the bushwhacker.
It's true. It's very true. Take them out as I come in,
Can I ask Mainly Paramotors, how does your dog enjoy flying?
He hasn't gone up yet. I'm still trying to find the right person to bring him up. I don't have the trike.
Okay, I just saw the picture. I thought it was you that has taken the dog up.
I got him in the picture. He loves it though. I got him while I was down in Florida and at the airport, and he's been in an airport and around airplanes and all that since the beginning. He loves it. He thinks it's the coolest thing. He'll chase you right up into the air.
Meek is a super cool dog, man.
Yeah, he won't get in your way. He'll just chase you. He thinks it's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Brian met him. Brian knows.
Yeah.
And he stays there waiting for you to come back.
Yep. He's sitting there waiting. He's like, all right, cool, you're back. Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Hey, Matt. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
I was going to ask you, man. I don't know if you know that I'm affiliated with Paraswag USA or not, but you know, we kind of with other companies, kind of like what you do, and sell different accessories and stuff. I may reach out to you and send you a list of stuff that we may hand off to you at a cost where you can sell them on your site.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That'd be killer. That's exactly like what I'm looking to do, is help as many people as I can. Really help everyone on every side.
You know,
Sorry,
you're
now Meek's here.
gonna run into different people over there in where you're at in Maine, you know, than what we have over south. So
yeah,
you know, it's funny. There's a lot of companies out there that sell paramotor gear, but there's a lot of people that don't know about certain companies. So it's really weird, you know.
And that's what I like, and that's my other thing is how that's exactly what I want to do is post. I'll be honest, I'm not going to ever dedicate my loyalty to any specific brand. I just can't do it. And that's kind of why I want to help everyone out on every side of everything. The person who's trying to get into paramotors, the person who's buying the part, the person who's selling the part. If it can get anyone more into paramotors, that's what I'm looking to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you on some of the stuff we talked about too.
Yeah, Brook's got some big things coming up. I want to hear more of his story here in a minute, man. He's got some free flight lessons coming up and all kind of things. But
yeah,
before we venture off too far, we were talking about flying cold and in the cold. And we had a couple comments in the chat I wanted to read out. Dave Wolf was saying that, let's see. Oh, sorry. He says, I usually wear 3 pairs of socks, 5 layers of pants, and 5 layers of shirts and heated gloves. That's a lot. That's a lot of layers.
That's nuts.
And then Josh Perry says, I got sick of the layers. I got heated socks, which is a game changer, and a Carhartt Article one-piece coveralls for Arctic weather. Yeah. Much easier putting on 3 garments in 15. I'm thinking that's what I would get. You know, the first time I took off gloves, one of the first times, I dropped my brake toggle. And so you definitely lose dexterity when you have the gloves on.
That's why I've avoided the winter flight so far. I've been worried about that kind of thing. Not worried, but that kind of thing. Something like that, you know, just it slips out.
And it's just one of those things, just all in what you get used to. I mean, the first time you were kiting a wing down at Aviator, you're training, they put that dummy throttle on your hand so you could have it there. I mean, that was pretty awkward, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But now it's second nature. So,
yeah.
Did everybody jump on that wanted to jump on?
I was gonna say Craig Taylor met Meek down there, and sooner or later I'm gonna get Craig to bring Meek up in the air in a strike. Just so you know, Craig.
It'll be behind the flight that he promised. Well, didn't promise, but said he would do for my wife. She's ready to rock and roll, and Craig said he'd take her up, but he left before we had a chance to get over there. Good Lord.
Hey, I know a pilot that's tandem certified. He's got some.
Yeah, my machine will be here. I should have asked Eric when he was on here earlier, but I'm supposed to be getting that machine here pretty soon. I've got some money down there, and I'll have a pretty sweet RMZ 500 Rotax clone machine ready to fully power 2 full-grown adults into the air. So we'll be flying soon, and I'm happy to take anybody, friends and family, on the panel anytime.
I want to go.
That's a PPC Pirate.
It's actually still a PPG. It's a large trike. I'll be flying a Triox 34 on it.
Yeah. You say it's got a Rotax on
It's a Rotax clone from the Russian factory. So it's
Yep.
it's a RMZ 500,
it. Okay.
but it's pretty much the 503, the same thing.
Yeah, 50 horsepower, 52, whatever.
Yeah. Dual carb.
Yeah, great. Good.
Hey,
Good to see how it goes.
I got a question.
Yeah, and I'm also a Power to Fly dealer now. So if anybody's looking for full motors from Power to Fly, I do sell those, and I'm stocking a bunch of gear now as well. So I'm kind of getting into some of that stuff. That's why I'm mainly Paramotors and I have talked, and so we'll be working together on some things. So yeah, Wheels Up North Carolina is stocking gear, Power to Fly dealer, and some other stuff coming soon.
Hey, I got a question that was just texted to me for Mark George. Does he have a sweatshirt out that says I landed in the river?
Mark?
I don't, I'm not sure exactly what that means.
It must be an inside joke. I don't think Mark's not on here right now, is he?
No, I just looked.
Yeah,
That
he can answer the chat.
Was that from Paramotor Crazy, Shane?
Nay, I don't know. It was from somebody.
I don't know.
He's pleading the fifth, I think. Oh man. John Wayne in the house. How's it going, John?
Yeah, what's up, John? Tommy?
He should have one himself, gone fishing while paramotoring.
Yeah.
John looks very comfortable.
I'm exhausted, man. Yeah, I'm wore out.
You have a big weekend, John.
Yeah, I did. I forget I'm an old man sometimes.
I was going to say, you're trying to keep up to the young ones, are you?
There ain't no danger of that happening.
He's all like chilled. You're all chilled, John, on your couch there.
Man,
Like,
I was out there last night.
It's like you're ready to go to sleep.
I took off last night kind of late, and I had so much trouble.
Oh, no.
It was unbelievable. I had a brake line that wrapped around the pulley, and that wasn't a big deal. I took off, and I pulled some brakes, and one of them didn't come back up. I straightened that out. And then I look up, I make a turn, and the damn thing's done it again. So I fixed it the second time I land. I'm going to figure out what's the matter with it. Long story. But anyway, I had 3 failed launches because of that stupid brake line, and because I was too dumb to just put everything down and fix it, But anyway.
Well, John, my black cloud traveled to you.
Yeah, I guess so. And it was my fault. If I had just stopped and fixed it, it would have been okay. But you know how you do. I just kept pulling it up. Anyway, it got sorted out.
It happens, John. It happens to the best of us. We have good days and bad days.
What's the saying, John? 3 failed launches, give up?
Yeah, well, I made it on the 4th one. But,
yeah.
Well, I landed out away from everybody because they had students out there and stuff. If I'd have been closer to where my van was, there wouldn't have been 3 tries. I'd have been done. Mark was there.
Yeah, I saw him there struggling. He was struggling.
Yeah, it was bad out there, wasn't it?
You know what? The wind was switchy. Ask Amy.
Oh yeah.
Wish I could have made it down there.
So
we had a lot of fun.
So Greg Anthony Harris was out there, and we've all been plucked up off the ground by our wing, right?
I said no.
She got plucked. She got plucked pretty good, but everybody grabbed their wing real quick before it took off any further.
Well,
but she is actually, you can ask John, she has come a long way with her kiting. And
yeah, she can kite.
She did a hang test. She did her throttle. She throttled full throttle on the animation. Did her weight shift testing on the hang test. I mean, she's just maybe a few lessons away from getting in the air, guys.
Sounds good, Mark.
Right there.
There she is.
Hi, Amy.
Don't pick
She
on
looks
my
like me,
Amy
don't she?
girl. Don't pick on her. She had a long day today after spring break.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, she had a week off. Had to go back and deal with heathens all day.
Yeah. I love
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Amy. I love you, Amy.
What's new, Mark?
Hey, I
What do
think
you
she
got?
feels like you, John.
What's that?
Mark, what do you got
Yeah.
this new? Mark
What's that?
George. Mark George,
Yeah,
what do you
what's
got this new? Anything new?
Anything new? I got look what just came in today. All these.
Oh.
Throttles.
That throttle's amazing, man. I will say thank you again for that. That throttle's friggin' awesome.
Ah,
Now, is that the same throttle that you won, Matt?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yes, it is. How do you like that?
I like it. The thing's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
It feels great.
We're gonna take the one off of Amy's and put this one on there. She likes this one a lot better. You know, we've got the
Mark,
blue one.
It sounds so minor, but the kill button. I love the kill button. It sounds like it sounds minor, but it's huge. I love that.
You know,
I like not in the size, but like importance. The thing's awesome. I love that thing.
There's also a heavier gauge wire on your kill switch wire there, and if you notice, you only had to hook up one wire, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because the ground is in the house, like the Vittorati.
Yep. No, that's killer. I'm a big fan of it. I like it.
I haven't actually used it yet, but I can tell by having it in my hand that I'm really gonna like it.
That's where I will say that's where I'm at. Like, I haven't flown yet. I was gonna fly tonight, but the wind picked up. But I love the feeling of it.
I mean, after you put a throttle in your hand and you push it and mash it, you can pretty much tell if you're gonna like it in the air or not. You know what I mean?
And exactly. I've put a few. I don't want to call it out. The fly. It's not bad. The fly products one. A lot of people love it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I like just how it sits. I love this one.
Pick a number. Yeah. They're gonna do a. They're gonna do a. They're gonna do a dual start as well. The button just goes up under the other one, but it's gonna be the same
Mark
quality.
and Amy George trying to get into Eric's room.
Why is that doing this?
Why are you going into Eric's room?
Because I want to know.
It's my phone keeps ringing. Saying,
No, actually did that while he was flying.
No, so while I was flying, my phone was pushing buttons, and it tried to do something with this room, and a few people tried to join it. Anyways, hey, while I'm here, Mark, okay, now Amy, how's the throttle with electric start coming along?
Hang on real quick. I got to pause this. Yeah, electric start what? Rocket.
How's the throttle with electric start coming along?
I don't know. Or
Mark just said they're working on it with a second button, Eric.
It will be. It's available.
when it's available, we'll let you know. I'm on a need to know basis, and I don't know.
Right.
Oh.
Amy, how's your butt? Are you all right?
Hey, let Eric know that you tested his deals out.
Oh, yeah.
Drown out the sound of your
Pep talks are great. Didn't drown out my motor and all that good junk.
So they're working out for you?
Yeah, they're really
Okay,
good.
good.
I don't have a.
We haven't flown with them, Eric, but what I wanted her to do is wear it while she was doing her hang test, so she could hear hear over the motor and all that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I saw the video. Did you guys have hearing protection in your ears?
No, I just had those. It was good.
Would you put the? I don't know. Yeah, you posted a video. What video are you talking about?
Oh, yes, I did.
You posted a video.
No, he didn't post it. He just sent it to me. He just
Oh,
texted
you
me.
Yeah, but yes, you did have, that was your tiger helmet.
Yeah. Okay.
So congratulations. That was really cool.
I guess.
You flew your wing at Kyle's. That was kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, tell him that your wing Cynthia flew?
Yeah, Cynthia flew my wing. She's testing out for new wings and all that, and I told her, it's like, you want to try mine out? Try it out. See if you like it or not. Since it likes to go up in the air easily.
Jerk her little butt up.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
why are you still up, Amy, if you're so tired?
She's already taken a nap when she got home. I told her to go to bed.
She was playing a game. I fell asleep, didn't I? Fell asleep.
Yeah, Cynthia, y'all may not know who Cynthia is. That's Greg Anthony Harris's girlfriend or wife. Is it his wife? I don't know if they're wife or girlfriend. But that's who that is. And she only weighs about 100. She may weigh 120 pounds. And she jumped on that 21 Mac Para and it jerked her up in 2 steps.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't go take a nap and wake you up.
So mainly, do you have a school and all that, or are you just doing a website with selling stuff, or what you got going on?
Yeah, no school or anything like that for me. I'm not a trainer, but just kind of that more the part side of it, just making sure people can keep flying. Want to have some stuff on the website, help other people out, show other people new throttles, things like that.
I haven't checked your site out yet, but I definitely will after tonight. I will go out
Yeah.
completely. Are you paramotor frames, motors, and all that stuff?
No, so like I don't have any like motors or frames or anything like that on there. I'm not necessarily against it or anything like that. I just haven't really reached out enough yet to
What
put
if I
people's stuff on.
what if we sent you a Rebel to test out? A Rebel 2 RS.
I wouldn't say no.
Do you know what that is, Matt?
No, I'll be honest.
That's a freaking paramotor, dude.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so go to our website, go to paraswagusa.com, and you'll see the Rebel 2 RS up top.
You might just be the lucky guy that's in the right location starting a business that, who knows, maybe this show will help you get something started.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm definitely not against it. I'll definitely say that. I'm definitely not against it.
And I'm gonna tell you the paramotors that Pirate's gonna be carrying, that Brook's gonna be carrying. Power to Fly is top quality, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Amy and I are both flying. They're airbenders, but they're Power to Fly. They're the same thing.
Yep. Brook, it was funny. I was talking to Brook earlier today. He was telling me about that sort of a little bit. He was talking about Power to Fly. That was why I noticed that name.
Yeah, Power to Fly is good, man. I went through about four or five paramotors, just different ones that I didn't like. I mean, I even had a Scout Carbon, which was the worst purchase of my life. And when I got my Power to Fly Evo 8, it was my Cadillac, dude. I was like, finally, I got something that's worth the crap, Yeah. And then we started carrying Rebels and the Alphas, and then we still did Power to Fly.
Yeah, I fly. That's sweet. I fly the Parajet Maverick Atom 80 now. So that's sweet.
On the Maverick, you got the snap-on netting.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
So the Rebel has the snap-on netting as well. You'll be used to that.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm sitting in front. I kind of pulled it up, and now I'm super curious.
Hey, Mark, I just want to say thank you again, man, for what you did to Resurgence last week. Giving away that wing, that was very, very generous of you, man.
It still gives me goosebumps thinking about it, because when we were folding it up, I completely got all the air out of the wing, and we folded it up and put it in its concertina bag. And he was like,
he had a tear go down.
No.
Tear formed the corner of his eye.
I mean, we all had that wing that we learned on, dude. It was like our security blanket. You know what I mean? It took me a while before I ever tried another wing. So it was tough for me to let it go. But I knew that it's going to go to a good cause. It's in great shape. It's still like a brand new wing. Todd did reach out to me. He's just been tied up with his grandbaby, that beautiful little girl that he got. So, yeah, man, it feels good to do something good.
That was cool. I will say, seeing that, I watched that. That was cool.
I'm putting my cheap plug in for Airbender. If you want a power to fly and save you some bucks.
Oh no, don't be saying that.
And
no, but
also,
is Josh Bowden still on?
I don't
No.
think so.
He might have been in the chat earlier.
Mark Honeycutt had a throttle this weekend that I saw, and I think Harley mine applies the same throttle, and I really liked that throttle. It had the cruise control. It had the little button that you can lock it down, and all you do is squeeze it to release it. It was a pretty cool throttle, and I want to see if I can find out who makes that throttle so maybe we can carry it because I really liked it.
He said that they're not out yet, but he expects them out next month. And that's the coolest throttle I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the way the cruise control's set up, really.
I was gonna say, is that the one with it's like the spinning knob, like right on the bottom of it? Yeah, that looks sweet.
Cruise at a certain number and squeeze it and lock it in on that number, and it's locked.
That's cool.
If you get ready to release it, you just squeeze the trigger a little bit and it releases it and lets it go, and it's spring loaded for safety inside. So these throttles these are freaking awesome. I mean, you got one, it's nice, it's quality. But I mean, that's just a different, not everybody wants a cruise control,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, like I'll be honest,
whatever.
I have no desire for it. Like I don't need it probably, but that's why I like this one. This one's sick. I'm a big fan of simple. I know it seems weird.
Yeah.
At the fly-in I was at.
Go ahead.
At the fly-in I was at, and Will was able to capture this in his video. How you doing, Will, by the way?
Hey, man.
There's a guy that flew in from Pensacola. I think he went like 250 miles or something like that, stopped once for gas, climbed up to like 10,000 feet to get that tailwind. And I heard him talking about the trip and everything. And his one main complaint was not having a cruise control. He got tired of holding the throttle that whole time. So I could see that. For my short flights, man, I've never even thought about having a cruise control. I never fly over an hour usually. I always thought having one on my motorcycle was kind of a risk factor. But
Yeah, when you go on the distance, it'll be handy to have, I think.
Hey, Brian, I had cruise on my motorcycle too, and I never used it because I tried it one time and it really freaked me out, man. I'm like, what happens if this gets locked on? You know what I mean?
The only time I like cruise control on a motorcycle is a sticky throttle. Yeah, the little rubber on the side makes it stick a little bit. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. Other than that, I'm like, I'm good.
It looks like we have a question from Tommy. Tommy's in here right now. Tommy Sutherland. He posted a question. Tommy, do you want to just jump on real quick since you're here and ask the question? Tommy Sutherland. He's in the background right now. Well, he posted a question and says, "What are your thoughts about the?"
Phone was on mute.
Okay,
sorry, Tom, my phone was on mute. Can you were talking about the cruise control and the throttle, and I've only used the one throttle, which is the XO throttle that has the cruise control built in. And I just wondered what everybody's thoughts was if you've used that throttle. It has the cruise control where you set it and then you flip up the little knob and the cruise stays on, and you give it more gas and the cruise will go off. But since I haven't, that's the only one I've flown with for the year. I just wondered if anyone else had any experience with it.
Which throttle was it?
The XO throttle.
Does anybody know about that throttle?
I know which throttle he's talking about, but I've never flown one.
Yeah, I've never flown with that one either. The only one that I've flown with the cruise control is the Vortex Aero. And from what I have found, we had a lot of requests for it, so we've carried it. And my experience with the Vortex Aero is the cruise doesn't hold very well. I've flown with it, and I was flying fine. I had the cruise locked in, and all of a sudden it released. And you know how that feels when all of a sudden you let complete power off of your paramotor. I mean, it freaked me out, of course.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like the way it's set up because it's just a tensioning bolt, and you basically turn this to tension the throttle lever and keep it from releasing. So after a little bit of vibration, it works loose. So I'm not happy with it.
I'm on my iPad, so it's not as easy for me to share the link with you guys. But if you type it in XO throttle, you'll see it blue and gray. It's worked well for me, and I like the cruise control. I like it because my hand, my hand gets tired, so I can lock it in and just fly. But I did like the one you listed, Mark, that was thinner, and especially in the winter when I'm wearing those gloves, I kind of think I like that thinner handle. But anyway,
dude, I'm gonna tell you what, it feels really nice in your hands. You can ask.
There's that throttle.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I've got a customer that has, and he likes it. But I've never looks too fast.
I muted Brian. I think that there was an echo there.
I was gonna say I muted myself. I wasn't sure who it was.
I don't know. I thought it was Brian since he shared. Brian, if you want to talk, just unmute yourself.
What? You muted me? What the heck, man?
Such a jerk.
Nah, I thought about it in my air conditioner unit running in the background, but I think.
We don't hear that. I don't hear your air conditioner.
It's hot in Alabama, man. We have to run the AC. Y'all probably shoveling snow up north right now,
I was gonna
right?
say I'm running a heater right now. I had to go get K1.
Oh man.
It's cold in the morning here. You got to run the heater. Then it's hot in the afternoon. You got to run the AC. So we're in that particular zone right now.
Sounds like perfect camping weather, man.
Yeah, sleep
low
well.
45.
I've got the windows open tonight.
Definitely.
I know exactly, Jade. Last night I was like, yeah, I put the window open. I'm like, where am I at? See, all that nice weather when I left Arizona, I brought it here to Michigan. And so now now Arizona's getting all the freaking crazy snow and all the crazy weather. And I'm getting just all the nice rain. The rain's coming in this week, whatever, but it's all good. I love it. I'm going to go walking here soon. Another couple days. I've been acclimating, Jade, and I'm going to start taking my walks. There's a beautiful park behind my mom and dad's house. So I'm going to be.
Is it big enough to foot launch out of, Linda?
It could be.
Isn't that crazy? I tell you what, every time that I see a park, I think the same thing. It's like, can I foot launch out of there?
I mean, because if you can't, I mean, it's worthless, right? No, just kidding.
I know.
It's funny how it changes your perspective. Everywhere you go, you're looking for, can I launch here? Is this going to work?
And then you look up at the sky, like, yeah, the birds are thermaling. I'll have to wait a while.
No, that's perfect. That's a great midday flight when you see them thermaling. You want to go up there and fly with them.
No.
I don't know. There's a lot of disc golfers in that park every day.
I love
Matt.
We got David Perry in the background, so if you want to join us in the foreground, you're more than welcome to join us. Just turn on your video.
Come on in.
Hey Matt, on your are you in? It says Leamington.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I live in Hollis, which is the town over, but yeah, Leamington and Sanford are where I generally like to fly out of. There's a turf farm kind of in between in a town called Lyman, and that's typically the go-to option for us up here. If it's good flyable weather, we'll typically go to the turf farm, but Sanford or Leamington are my other options usually.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. I was more interested in the lobster afterwards.
Okay, perfect. Then we want to do Sanford so we can be right on the water. We can be close to the water.
All right. So it looks like a 22-hour drive for us.
Perfect. That's exactly, it's funny. It's 22 hours for me to Florida too. So 22 hours for Wisconsin. Same time. We're good. I can make that.
On the way, you're gonna have to pick up Linda. You can pick her up on the way. So.
All right, perfect. Linda, I got you.
Yeah.
Matt, where's Maine? I'm from Australia. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Maine's upside down.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Near Canada.
It's in Canada.
It's basically Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, as far north and east as you can go in Maine.
Yeah, way
I
up
mean, in the
coast.
U.S. without going to Canada.
Way up in the cold district.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's winter 9 months out of the year. No, that's an exaggeration. It's cold though about 6 months out of the year.
It's basically the complete opposite of Melbourne, Australia, where you're down under, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a crazy question. If you're up there in Maine and you got the Canadian border and you're flying a paramotor, what happens if you kind of scoot over in the Canadian airspace and come back? Is that illegal, or is that
only if you get caught?
Perfect. There's a lot of open area up north. So if you go up north, it's a little bit easier to do, I will say. I'm not gonna lie.
But
there's about three
for all the new
crossings.
people that are out there, it is illegal to cross.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll make it clear, it is illegal not doing it. But it's very, very doable. Very illegal. Very doable.
Okay. I wonder if there's a way of getting permission to fly the American Canadian border from somebody. I wonder if that's possible. And if it is possible, who do you talk to get permission?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever seen the actual border itself?
No.
It's a ditch. I am not joking.
Really?
It's about a 3 to 4 foot wide ditch that's only about 2 feet deep. So it's not much. You could jump it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Something else that's interesting about that. Lake of the Woods is in Canada and the United States, and you can fish that whole lake as long as you don't go on the shore. So maybe you could fly over the lake and be in Canada, and it might be legal.
Never thought of that.
We need to ask more questions out there. If you guys
Say
know
we
any
have,
legal ways of doing that.
We had a Canadian friend in our training class, Brook and I did, so we should actually reach out to him. He'll know the answer.
Okay.
Haven't we heard Anthony Peregrino? Doesn't he fly into Mexico now and again? Same deal. Does anyone know about that? No?
No,
not sure.
Don't know.
He lives on the southern border, so he can cross into Mexico very easy. I thought he'd done it. But yeah, you got to come back. You can't land there. Otherwise, I think you're.
Do you think there's any paramotor pilots in South Korea?
Korea?
There's lots of them in South Korea.
Yeah. You think any of them sit around like we're doing right now and chat and think about, I wonder what it's like to fly the northern border?
Yeah,
shut down.
Right.
The DMZ, the most militarized zone in the world. I wonder. I bet people think about it, man.
They may think about it, but I don't think there's anything on a podcast about it.
Well,
Definitely not in the north.
About going south. Yeah, I was going to say the North Koreans might think about flying to the south, but I don't think the South Koreans want to go north.
No.
Interesting.
I was present when a up at Camp Page when a commercial airliner crossed the DMZ and landed at a helicopter landing area in the mountains full of people. You wanted to see a mess, buddy. That was a mess. But they made it through out of North Korea into South Korea.
How long did you serve, John?
From 70 to 90.
Well, appreciate your service, man. No doubt.
Hey, John.
Tell them how you.
Yeah.
Tell them how you ended with an all-female crew.
That's a long story. A dignified officer came in, my brigade commander actually, and asked me what I thought about women in forward units. And I told him I didn't think women belonged in the Army at all. And he said, well, thank you for your opinion. And the next morning, I had an entire female crew.
Oops.
They pulled me out of my crew and gave me 7 women. in a unit that had never seen a woman before.
Interesting.
Yes, it was.
Well, we are rolling up on 9 o'clock. I'm getting really tired. I had a really, really long weekend. Oh, Tommy, I see a dog in the background. Show us the puppy real quick.
Wait.
Hey, Tom, this is my daughter's dog. Sorry, she wanted to join us.
Yeah. Let's see the puppy. Who's the puppy? We always have time for puppies. Who's the puppy?
Yeah.
That's Tom. Tom, the puppy dog.
Tom the
Oh,
dog.
hey, there we go. Yeah, his name's Tom.
Is that like Tom
I
Jr.
think he
or
named him
what?
after me.
Yeah, Tom Jr.
Pretty boy.
Yeah.
My dog says hi to your dog.
Awesome. We'll fly. What kind of dog does he have?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, John.
Hey, Matt.
Huh.
I just wanted to say thanks for being on the show tonight. I just watched your first takeoffs video. It was awesome. You guys need to check that out.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Even
Thanks
the
for having me on the show.
content, even the dog content at the end was awesome. What motor was that? I kind of had trouble determining what motor that was. Was that an Atom 80 you were on there?
Yeah, I'm on the Atom 80. So I'm a tiny guy. I weigh 115 pounds.
Right.
I threw on Brook's Moster 185 with like a half a tank, and I was like, dude.
Did you fly it?
No, I didn't bother. I couldn't. I was like, dude, I don't know if I could even run with this thing. I was like, this is insane.
I don't think
you'd
have to
really.
run, you just have to pull the trigger.
See, that it's crazy. That's where I'm at. They hate everyone I fly with hates me because as soon as the wing's up, I take 3 steps, regardless of the amount of wind.
Wow.
And everyone hates it.
Cool.
I like I say, it's a blessing and a curse.
All right, it's puppy time.
Oh yes, Brian.
What's up, Red?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I sound like your Yankees. Did I hear your Yankees?
No, that was me.
Was it? Okay. I had the screen. I didn't have no gallery view. But yeah, we can keep an eye on Red, man, in these videos, and he's like 10 pounds heavier than last week. That's
Dude, he's
every time
huge
we see him,
compared to
week,
the
he gets
video.
bigger.
He was 15 pounds when I got him, and he weighed in at the vet last Thursday at 25 pounds. So he's probably 30 pounds now.
Wow.
But he's a good dog, man. He's super smart. He already knows sit, shake, lay down, stay. Pretty good for his age. He's a smart
that's
dog.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's gonna be coming up with you, right?
What's that?
He's gonna be coming up with you, right?
Probably not on that trip. He'll probably be staying with mom and dad. I may
because you'll be going moonshiners and all that, and it'll be such a
I'll
long
be
trip.
gone a long time.
Yeah.
And he'll be here to take care of mom and dad, but I will have him at Bad Apples for a while because Bad Apples is so close to my home. I'll be able to just go pick him up, take him back if I need to. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Coco says hi also.
Crashed on the
Yeah.
couch.
Everybody showed their doggies.
It's become a dog podcast now.
We can just put our doggies on here and walk away.
Yeah, you can't go wrong showing dogs. No way.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think one of these days, what we need to do is we need to have just a puppy day. So here's another puppy.
See a dog sleeping on a couch. Paraswag's dog's on the couch laid out.
This is my 10-pound dog. It's only 10 pounds total.
Oh, cute. Oh, puppy.
That's why I said my next dog was going to be small, man. I've had a big dog all my life. And I love to have a small dog like a Jack Russell that can keep up with me on a bicycle, small enough to go riding on a motorcycle or go flying in a paramotor.
Yeah.
Not take up the whole back seat of the truck.
I will eventually take this one up with me once we both get down to a proper weight. Then we're gonna go flying, aren't we, buddy? Bud, we're gonna go flying.
That little dog that Jade has on her lap, or had on her lap. Jade takes her on her Harley around town.
How do you guys harness them in?
Right with this. My dog's got its own harness. It's already flown.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, once
I
you
bought that and strapped it right in front of me. Looks good.
Jade has a little front backpack where the legs hang straight out, and then she also has they're called doggles, and they're goggles for dogs.
Yeah, I got a
What
pair already for him.
You know they've got hearing protection too.
Yeah, definitely need the hearing protection. That's what worries me the most.
And I'm drawing a blank, but we had a guy on the show 6 months ago that flew with his dog. He had built a harness and he foot launched with his dog, which is probably like a 70 or 80 pound lab. I mean, it wasn't a small dog. And,
I remember that, Brian.
That's one of the first things he did after he got out of training is he figured out how to take his dog with him. Sounds awesome.
Care for flying much.
Yeah. I tell you what, I broke my leg. I put on almost 30 pounds. I can't imagine taking off with an extra 80 pounds. That would be rough. You need a bigger motor, bigger wing, a lot of stuff.
Grandpa.
You just have to run harder, Brian. That's all.
That's what I did at Swanee. I ran my butt off, man. Everybody was running their butt off.
Hey, I lost all of my video for that. My mistake. But in one of the clips, I see you running. And I'm like, keep running, Brian. Keep running. Run. And then you took off. But it didn't happen because I don't have video of it because I lost it.
You didn't lose it. Just recover it. It's on a chip, right? It's on.
No, it was from my phone to the computer, and then I one of these days, Sean, if you could jump on my computer, we could do a where you can control the computer and figure some stuff out, because I have a whole bunch of memory that's freed up, but everything gets dumped to one drive and it's full.
Yeah. One thing that I do is I always get these little thumb drives, and I always make sure that I dump them on here and the hard drive on the computer, onto different mediums. So I also got these right here. These are great because you can put you can put a solid state. I think this is 250 gigs. So they just fit into something like this. And then you can just stack these things, and you put all your flight stuff on these, and just have stack of these are cheap, $100, and you can get a terabyte or two.
That's what I do.
Plugs into a USB.
Yeah, I use
so
that.
I have like a ton of stuff. A lot of it I never posted. I mean, if I
What are they called? What are they called, Shane?
Shane?
Sean?
.com. Yeah, you know I got SeanSimons.com, right? So I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me if you didn't have .com.
He didn't think to look for that yet. Now that you told him.
No, it's already taken. It's already taken. No, I just got a bunch of different hard drives. I was a computer engineer for 30 years, so I got all these different hard drives. I just wipe them clean, and I just offload all my stuff to these hard drives.
Hey,
Just
Sean, did you look for just www.ppg.com?
yeah, it's already taken because people took it for the Powerpuff Girls.
Really?
Oh yeah, when I first did PPG Grandpa, when you search for PPG Grandpa, all you saw was Powerpuff Girl Grandpa. That's all you saw. Now you do PPG Grandpa, you can't see Powerpuff Girls no more. I wiped them out. Me and Google.
How dare you wipe out the Powerpuff Girls, man? I've been looking for them.
We wiped them out. I mean, type in PPG Grandpa.
Dare you?
Oh,
Sean,
and
John, you know how you wanted to put Walter PPG?
no, we got ppgwalter.com.
Right. Any chance you could change it to Priority PPC?
No, you can't change it. You have to get a new one.
All right.
Backies.
But because you're always on PPG stuff. I mean, you're just you're an honorary PPG Walter. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, no, fine. Because I'm going to do this cooking thing this weekend, and I just thought Priority could be, because that's what my name of the car was.
Well, you can always go to GoDaddy and you can get any .com you want. I mean, I'm just
okay.
I have way too many .coms now. I'm kind of letting them go. And
Sean, I can't imagine your GoDaddy account, dude. I did the same thing. The airport I fly out of, they didn't have one, or their domain that wasn't the name of the airport was bought, but it wasn't the right one. So I bought both the domains and do that. And I have 3 between mine. I can't imagine how many you have on yours, dude.
Let me look real quick because I'm curious to see what I have right now. I mean, like I said, I've been a computer.
You scroll.
Oh, no, it's pages. I scroll down and then it says you have to click the next page. Let me scroll down and see what I got here.
Is there a prize for the most .coms?
Yeah, they get more money from me apparently. Currently I have 66.
That's insane.
Most of them are pretty much just oh, you know what? I can show you real quick what we got. Do you want to see? Don't show anybody.
I'm curious.
Don't show
anyone.
This is private here, so don't show anyone. But see what we got here.
You're still live.
So yeah, we got a lot of them.
That's nuts.
Dang.
So that's all your websites on GoDaddy? Is that right?
Yeah, that's just my GoDaddy account.
Where you got others? You got other accounts?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the other one? Wix or Wex or whatever. I forget.
So have you got a visit from Danica Patrick yet?
Yeah, what?
Have you gotten a visit from Danica Patrick yet?
A visit?
Yeah, she's the GoDaddy sponsor, man. I figured as many sites as
not she ain't there no more.
Yeah, that's been a while. I know she was driving the NASCAR with her logo on it for a while.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I think that's the whole reason why I got a GoDaddy account.
Did it work? Those sex sales, it works. I'm telling you, that's why all these.
It works. We also got Dragon Campers in the house. What's up, Dragon Campers?
Come on, get here.
Somebody call 911. Shane is being attacked by a Rottweiler.
That's not a Rottweiler.
That's domestic abuse.
This is useless right here.
That's what?
He pulled a switcheroo. I saw a big black dog there a minute ago.
Get down, Cobra. Jack, come here.
Yeah, that's Jack.
Oh, get up here. Come on. Here. Come here.
If you're listening to this podcast, you got to go over to clearproptv.com and watch our live shows.
He's just a big old lap dog, man.
Yeah, he has been raised by like a 20-pound white American Eskimo, and he doesn't know he's 110 pounds.
That's where Meek's at, man. He's 77 pounds. He doesn't realize it. He thinks he's a lap dog.
All dogs think they're 2 pounds.
Oh,
He's currently trying to play with a cat. So I don't know if my dog knows he's a dog.
I really enjoyed our little puppy half an hour. That was really cute. Definitely. We're going to still stay here, but we're going to go off the live stream and just chat, privately. Yeah. So definitely want to thank Mainly Paramotors for being on here. So thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before we kill the live stream?
No, not really. I definitely just want to say thank you guys for having me. This was awesome. I've watched enough that I'm psyched to actually finally be on. It's killer. Had a great time.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch it and you'll be able to listen to it too.
Yep. And I've posted a few different places, so it's getting out there.
Let me ask you something. When you first started listening to this, did you watch it or did you listen to it? Were you a viewer or a listener?
I was a viewer. So I'm a big, it's funny. I think I'm on maybe the other side of podcast, kind of. I like watching I think that's kind of bass backwards a little bit. I like watching a podcast. Like I like the visual side of it, like seeing everyone's interactions and things like that. So I'm a big fan of the video side of it.
So that's kind of a big fan. I love it. A big fan because you're a paramotor pilot. Okay, I got you.
Matt, just so you know, man, Jim CR120 is in the chat. He had a busy night. He's sorry that he missed you. He really wanted to see your show. He's have to go back and watch it later. So,
but what's up, Jim?
Has he got 50 questions?
Walter
Jim,
knows. Yeah,
Jim,
we know that, don't we, Walter?
Jim in episode 62 won a strobe from faroutstrobes.com. So if you did not get the strobes yet, it was my fault. So you should be getting them here in the next week.
Shane did
what's that, Walter? Walter?
Walter? What? I can't think what I was thinking about. Did Keenan send you a strobe for me?
You talking to Sean or Shane?
He doesn't know.
You. Grandpa. I get mixed up. Sean, Shane, Sean.
You can call me Grandpa. You can call him Chef. That way, you can keep us apart.
But I'm not a chef. Chef.
Between now and when we send your package out, we'll have a lot of stuff. We're gonna get a strobe for you. Matter of fact, if you go to faroutstrobes.com, I don't know if it's up yet, but he's also made some newer ones that are half the size, that are 3 times as bright, and the battery lasts longer.
Ooh. I messaged him and I never got a reply back. What? I emailed him on his page and I never heard back from him. I've checked my.
What's his name? Keegan Mold?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, Keegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was going to buy one from him. I just wanted to know how to get the discount, which I know how to get the discount, but I don't know how to do it during checkout. And
I just went to his page and left him a message, man. He sent me one right out.
Yeah.
He must not like me then.
You didn't tell a good enough joke, apparently.
I don't know. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording. I tell you what, you can always go to ppgzone.com/clearpop TV, fill out the form, and then make a note saying that you want a strobe from Keegan for $40, and I'll send him that information.
He's done pretty good with the strobes. He's given away a few, but I've heard of quite a few people that went to his website and bought one too. So
they are really good.
I'm willing to buy them, and I'm willing to buy it. I don't care. I just need to get a new strobe. I got a tiny little whatever I got on Amazon, Fire something or another. It was like it's not very bright, but I would like to upgrade.
Walter, I muted you. You're gross. All right. So thank you very much.
Hey, I like the strobe that Keegan makes. I use mine and I love it. So
Yeah, I seen yours like forever. From a mile up while you were at 4950, I was like looking down, going, "Man, that strobe is bright."
yeah, thanks for rubbing it in.
Just keep looking down. It took me 45 minutes to get up there, man. Damn it.
Really, 45 freaking cold minutes.
It was cold up there, wasn't it? It was so funny. We left at 82 degrees. I had a sweatshirt on and I was dying. And then on the way up, I was like, "Oh, I'm comfortable. No, I'm cold. Oh crap, I'm really cold."
So Will, when you were trying to get up there, you hit like 4,700 feet or something like that. Were you still trying to climb when Shane was coming down?
Man, I never saw Shane. I mean, I saw him briefly as he passed me, and that was the end of Shane. I didn't even see him come down. But no, really, it was 4,950 feet. That's as high as I could go. It was probably a car. You need to tune my carb or something. But
so in my defense, I waved at Will and I pointed up. He did a leg motion, which I thought he said no. So I never looked back. I just hit throttle and just took off. And apparently it was a miscommunication because he was wanting to go with me. And I was like, "Bye."
Dude, no, I'm glad you did it because you'd have been miserable waiting for me. And Sean, you wanna go up to 10,000 feet. You don't know what you're asking for there. Hopefully by then I'll have a Moster. And
I know what I'm doing. It was 110 degrees on the ground. And when I made up to a mile, I was already getting cold. So I know that getting up to 10,000 and 16,000, I want to make it all the way up to the top of the NOTAM over at the flying. That's my goal. I mean, that's one of the things I would like to do. And if I just make it up to 10,000, hey, I made it to 10.
Well, if you try to make it to 10,000 feet, you can, like, I don't know, tether or something. You can kind of tow me up there. Maybe.
You can get that extra 370 feet that way, Will.
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure.
I want to do the longest big ears. I want to pull them at 15,000 feet or 16. Pull big ears and see how long it takes for me to get down. Probably still forever.
Yeah.
I bet you your arms get tired before you hit the ground.
You know what? You're probably right. Oh, which reminds me.
You need some nitrous oxide, I think.
Nitrous?
Yeah, inject it into the motor to get him up to 10,000.
Oh, I was thinking about just taking some balloons up there. Thin air and nitrous. Thin air and nitrous. Man, I haven't had the highest.
Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever added NOS to a paramotor that you know of?
Oh, hell.
I mean, there's got to be some people out there that have tried, or at least
but I'll tell you this. Bitterozzi does make an apparatus that hooks up to your carburetor where you can change the fuel mixture on the fly.
Oh.
Right. But right after Will said that, I took mine the very next day. I took mine like straight up to about 5,500 feet. And I didn't have any trouble at all. So I'd done it before and it wasn't any problem. And I got to thinking, if Will was in Colorado Springs, he couldn't even get off the ground. You know?
No.
I wonder how much oh, you know what? I started flying in 2019 and I had a Roadster 3. In 2020, I had the Gen Vantage, and here it is 2021. It's time for my third wing already. What do you think I should get?
Speedster.
Speedster?
Brook loves that Speedster.
What's that?
EFCO free ride.
Yeah, buy a free flight wing. Keep what you got and start free flying.
Well, my Gen Vantage is also it's a dual. It's a free flight / motor wing.
Not Linda.
I know. So is my uni, but man, there's a huge difference between a real.
Oh, Linda, are you leaving us?
I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving him.
All right. Well, have a good evening. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Linda.
Good night, Linda.
This was a lot of fun. Will, I just have to say real quick, I watched your video today from the Swanee. Oh my God, you rocked it. I watched the whole freaking thing and I was just like, wow. I'm like, I know these guys. And I saw Brian on there and I was
They were the that's why everyone likes to watch.
That was
it. You have
cool.
Brian, you have
I laughed.
Shane.
Yeah, you like
The way Linda said that it sounds like she doesn't watch the whole video usually. She's probably talking about my videos.
No, it was really cool. So I have to tell you, it was awesome. So I watched it and I was like, yeah, I know those guys. So when you guys, you have a safe week. I'll see you this week on paraglidingtalk.com.
Paraglidingtalk.com.
Yeah.
And everybody has to repeat it.
I know. Well, that's the you know. I know. All right, you guys enjoy your evening. You all be safe out there, okay?
All right, we'll see you next time.
Thank you. I had a blast. Thanks, guys.
Same channel.
Bye.
Same pair time.
Hey, I
who's
will.
going to fly tomorrow?
Love you, man. Love you, girl. Bye.
Hey,
So what do you think,
Sean,
Mark? What?
Sean, I will
Yes.
tell you that Jim CR120 gave me a bunch of crap on my video on YouTube. All right, so it was my fault, but and I didn't take it to heart. He asked me if I went from sea level to or ground level, whatever it was.
ASL or MS? Yeah.
Yeah. And as I was driving and I hit the red light, I typed in the beach level, water level,
ground level.
And it was my bad. It was my bad. Because I actually reset my watch to 0 before I took off. So that would be, what is it called?
Zero.
You have above ground level, right?
Me sea level, MSL.
Yeah, and they have MSL.
So anyways, I got confused in the hurry of typing that. And he's like, well, that doesn't matter if you're in Colorado and you're a mile high. If you jump in the air, you're at a mile high club. I was like, oh crap. So I wrote the wrong one down. So anyways, it's all good. I reset my watch on the ground before I took off, which is the altitude that I was at. And yeah. So Jim, I'm just busting on you. I really didn't think that you were trying to be mean or whatever.
Jim's joking around. He said you almost went to a mile high.
So it's all good. I mean, I just got confused. I got confused on the AGL and the MSL, whatever. But it was set at the altitude that I was, and I went up 1 mile above that. I will tell you, when I was in Ohio and I'm flying above the clouds and I look at my watch, which was set for MSL, what is it?
MSL.
I can't figure what at the ocean level.
You got MSL is your ocean level. That's your mean level, MSL.
So
and then whatever
set
level
there.
that you launch from is AGL.
Ground. Right, above ground. So in Ohio, I never reset it. So I'm at 1,400 feet and I look down and I'm like barely crossing over like the cell towers. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way I'm 1,400 feet because that thing is not 1,400 feet. Which I learned to reset that thing because it does help you greatly when you're depending on that with height.
So real quick, what are you using for your altitude?
Besides the Skyfly High, I use my watch because I don't want to turn off the video to check my Skyfly High. So I use I think it's a Casio. It takes, so you have to push the button twice for it to go every 10 seconds. It'll give you your altitude, and it does that for 2 minutes. And if you don't do it, if you don't push the button, then it will only give you a reading every 30 or 45 seconds. So it does take a little bit, but I made sure that once I reached the mile, I kept going a little bit higher just in case it was wrong, because I didn't want to have to repeat it. But everything was fine, dude. The winds were good up there. It was perfectly within my boundaries and a little bit outside of my comfort zone, only because of the height.
If you have a iPhone and you have an Apple Watch, you can download Altimeter Plus for your phone, and then it shows up on your watch. So as you're flying, you just look at your watch, and it's free.
As you can see here, this is from the video I took of Shane right after you landed. His max altitude and height above takeoff. So the height above takeoff would be AGL. So 5308 is more than a mile. So there it is. So the max altitude 5364 would be MSL, I'm guessing. That sounds about right.
35 minutes it took to get up there, was it, Shane?
I think it took me 22 minutes to get up there, and then it was almost 30 minutes on the way back. It took a while. I could be wrong on that. I don't remember because I was in panic mode.
I would love to see your Skyfly High video.
I don't know how to do that.
It took me 28 minutes with the Atom here to get 5,500.
Yeah, Jim says he nailed the landing. Yeah, you're right, man. Y'all want to see that landing real quick?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, let's clarify. This was dead stick because my motor never restarted from a mile high.
I'm hearing echo.
It says
I'm
screen
not planning
share.
anything yet.
It says screen share.
Is this screen
Right,
share?
looks like we got Skinny Shane coming in for a landing here. Oh, chicken leg. Flat like a bird. Keep on running.
Run, Boris, run.
Wait for it.
Run, Forrest. Run.
That's funny. Who said that in the background? That's hilarious.
I did.
Yeah.
All the way
He
from
nailed that
Australia.
He first come in, I was like, look at Shane flying right over the runway. Now everybody knows better than that. And of course, you had to land that direction because that's the way the wind was blowing. But he was coming in dead stick. He didn't have much of a choice.
Actually, in the video, you hear me like discussing it with myself. I'm not supposed to go to the runway, but how in the world am I going to turn at the last second before the taxi and cut a 90 and land? I was like, I will end up high. I will run into a trailer. I was like, they're just going to have to deal with it. I'll explain later that I was, out without power. And I looked across the runway left and right, and there was nobody coming. There was no planes on the runway. I was just like, all right, this is it. I got no choice. So it happened.
All right. Question for the sorry, go ahead, Will.
I was just saying nobody said anything about it.
No, I actually went to Carson and I said, hey, listen, this happened. I was dead stick, and it is what it is. And he's like, and I was like, all right, never mind. I was like, that's all I needed. That's all I needed.
As I explained to you yesterday, Brian, I actually had to say the same thing, that he crossed an active runway. But then I thought about it, and in actual fact, when your motor's out, you are now a glider, so it gives you the right of way over anything powered.
Is that the case
true
in the United States? Because
Yeah,
I would say so, because in anything, I mean, even an aircraft, once the engine's out, you are now a glider, you have right of way. So I'd say it would be the same with a powered parachute. You are now a glider. In over here in Australia, you'd have a radio. So all you do is power paraglider, engine out. I am now a glider, so you have got right of way. And I'm pretty sure it would be the same there too.
Well, you know, that's an interesting point. I hadn't really thought of that, but of course, an aircraft in distress has the right of way over all other aircraft. I mean, those are regs, but it's an interesting distinction to make between, okay, a paramotor, Part 103. Now you don't have a motor. Now what?
That's right.
Yeah. What do you
you become as a glider. So you should have right of way of anything else powered.
This is the altimeter. It's altimeter plus.
That's a very good point about that, because I was under understanding when I was training an aviator, they go through who has right of way under different situations, and a powered paraglider doesn't have right of way over any other aviation aircraft in the United States at any time. And being as an emergency situation, and but they're not going to know. But like you said, you have radios, you can talk to them. That changes everything. But
if you ask Jeff Goyne or someone like that, I'm sure he could enlighten you, because I'd say that would be pretty well the act everywhere in the world. Once your motor's out, you are a glider and you have the right of way.
Yeah, that's the case for boats and vessels here in the United States. Sailboats have right of way over powered boats, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in the sky, when it comes to flying, paramotors don't have very many rights. So.
No, but in that situation where he is engine out, you'd have to ask Jeff Goyne and some of those guys that would know the air laws over there. But pretty well, I would say around the world, once your motor's out, you are a glider.
Yeah. I guess it really doesn't matter, because if your motor's out, you're coming down. You're going to land, whether people are giving you right away or not.
Yeah. Whether it's an aircraft or another point. Whether it's an aircraft or another power parachute, they got to give way to you, because they can go around. It's simple.
I had the thought as I was coming in. I was like, if anybody cuts in front of me, I'm screwed, because I can't do anything. My biggest concern was coming in high and heading for those campers, because I was flying right towards them. So I made sure that I cut out a little bit further back and then came back in, just to make sure that there was absolutely no way. And then when I landed, I was like, well, you came up short. Now this is my punishment that I do for myself. I have to run to my LZ, to my point that I wanted to land at. And
considering you had engine out, Shane, you did all right.
Yeah, but from a mile up, I should have been able to just like circle until it got to where. But I truly did not expect my motor not to start. If I do that again, I think every 1,000 miles I'll start it up, rev it a little bit, and then turn it off and go to another 1,000 and do it again. I don't know why. I've never had it. I've shut it off many times before, but I've pulled on it once or twice and it started right back up. This time, man, I was sweating, dude. I had that sweatshirt on and I got where it was warm, and I'm just I'm like, man. I'm like, the time I landed, I had lost 5 pounds of water weight.
Well, you tried to pull your starter through to Australia, I think.
Yeah. How funny? How funny is it that when I left the ground, I was sweating up a storm. On the halfway up, I was comfortable. I got to the top, I was freezing. Coming back down, comfortable. Time I hit the ground again, I was sweating. I was just like, dude, I'm supposed to enjoy this. And now, and then so I have a nervous laugh that you can hear in the video. And I'm just like, the motor won't start. That's cool. I'm like, in my head, that was not what was going on. In my head was, what? I was just like, holy crap. And you hear me going, I don't want to come up high, or I got to land dead stick. I'm going to screw this up, like instantly. Like I was panicking in my head so bad. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you handled that very well." I was like, "Dude, no, I didn't. No." And my head was just a million miles a minute.
Dude, you got to go by the results, though. You did a great job.
Yeah, we all have good days on accident.
Hey, and you know what menopause?
What's that?
I said, and you know what menopause feels like. Hot flash, hot flash, cold flash.
I did get a little moody at my motor.
Did you? There you go.
So,
You know,
question
when
for
your
the
temperature, steady temperature, you do kind of get flustered, don't you?
When I
Who
go real
else
high, I get
on the
lost
panel
in the air
has
all the
gone up?
time.
Sorry, what'd you say, John?
I said, whenever I go up real high like that, I get lost up there. I don't know where the heck I'm at. I look down at the ground. I don't recognize anything.
So who else
I
on
could
the
wind
panel
up
has
in a
gone up
different
to a
state.
certain altitude and killed your engine on purpose just to glide down?
Oh, I did that a lot this last summer just to practice my spot landing, and I got it spot on now.
I've done
thought
it.
about it.
I did it once.
I've done it for 2,500. Not on purpose.
Oh,
I've done it on my glide coming in, about 10 feet off the ground, and that's the highest altitude that I can honestly say I've purposely shut off my motor.
Really?
Living on the edge there, aren't you?
Yeah,
Same here, man.
Yeah.
I only commit it when I know. I only kill it when I know the landing is looking good, and then I
Yeah,
kill
don't
it.
get me wrong. I'm right there with you.
All right.
Yeah.
That anthem restarts so easy that it's not even a challenge, you know.
Hey guys, I got to we got to get going.
Okay.
Great seeing you guys.
Yeah, me too.
My spring break is for my kids is next week, but we're leaving tomorrow to take a conversion van out to Seattle for my parents, and they bought one and they had it delivered here, and we're driving that out tomorrow. But of course, we will not miss any of the shows. So Shane will be mobile. And also tomorrow, I know David Wolf is starting his podcast at 7:30 a.m. for those that drive in the morning.
Yep.
So that'll be kind of exciting to hear. But you guys all have a good week. We'll see you later. Shane, we'll see you tomorrow. And we'll talk to you all later.
Hey, Eric, before you go, I got a question. Just in case there's any internet issues, anybody on the panel want to come on tomorrow if they have problems? All right, that's great. Next.
Yeah, cricket.
It's a super small show, man. Yeah, it's a super small show. I mean, nobody ever big comes on it. I mean, I think last week he had Kent Stamey, Kyle Lee. Who was the other guy that came on your show? I can't remember. Some other famous dude.
Shane. Oh, who was that?
Oh, you drawing a blank?
Yeah, I am.
Wait
a minute. Oh no, it was Robert Michaels. Jesus.
Yeah. Linda's be kicking you right now.
I know, right?
She got her son to come on the show with you, and you had Kent come on the show too, and he was training with Kyle. So that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty. Yeah, I was sitting there going, "Holy crap! What are they doing? Why are they on my channel? Why are they watching me?" Oh.
Well, when you get big time, man, don't forget about us little guys over here on Monday night, man.
No way, no flipping way. I already told you, Brian. I'll tell everybody in this room right now. Brian is such a laid-back, easygoing guy that I've actually tried to mimic what I think he would do in certain situations in my life. No,
Really?
seriously. No, yeah. No, I'm not. All right, I'm not kidding. All jokes aside, I think Brian is a really stand-up guy, and a lot of people, if the world was kind of like Brian. I think we'd all be in a better place, to be honest with you. Every time I hang out with a guy, I think he's just phenomenal. And, you know, when he doesn't like the drama thing, Brian's like, I'm out. I don't want no part of it. You know what, dude? I would like to, I get suckered. I call it suckered because I literally can't stand when things aren't going right. And I'm like, oh no, I gotta voice my opinion. I've actually held back a lot because I say, hey, I don't want drama. I got enough drama in my own head. I don't need it brought in from other places. So yeah, Brian, I give you mad props, dude. I Will's the same way. Will's laid back, easy going. Ben is the same way too. I'm just like, dude, I need to hang out with these guys more often to keep me out of some trouble.
Yeah, it's a great family of people, man. I appreciate all the compliments, dude. I feel the same about you, dude. You know, your jokes could be better. No doubt.
They're all PG. I'm screwed. How do you?
Nah, man, I'm just kidding. Obviously, we love hearing your jokes, dude. No, it's a great family. The people, everybody I've met, and I haven't met a couple people that I hear people complaining about a lot, but just pretty much everybody out there wants to help you, and they want to see you succeed, and most of us like to sit around, drink a beer afterwards, and talk about what we did wrong and how we do better tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, and Shane, we might seem like we're laid back, but like you're landing in our heads, we're probably like, ah!
Yeah. They're like, I can't wait to not be like him. That'll be great. No one wants
All
to
right,
be
guys,
like me.
take care. Have a good night.
Hey,
Eric.
See you,
John.
I think I'm going to head on out too. I'm just exhausted this last week, man. I'm just beat up from the feet up. I'm going to go sleep and try to sleep all the way until 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Well, not to toot my own horn, but there may or may not be a new video drop tonight from my channel at ppgshane.com. Just so you know.
There might be.
All right, there is. And it was from today's flight.
Nice. I'll be watching that later.
Hey,
Sure.
yeah,
we welcome
hey,
for that.
Sean, before you go.
Yeah.
Before you go, listen, this is really off topic, but I don't know if you know it or if anybody that you know knows it, but all veterans can get the virus vaccine from the VA. Doesn't matter what their age is. They've approved all veterans through the VA to get the shot if they want it.
Yeah, they already called me today, and I already told them I got my Pfizer.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know, but you know, with some of the guys out there, I don't know if everybody knows that or not.
That's definitely a good topic. That's definitely something to say. Yeah, I got a call from the VA today. Every veteran can go get their shot for the. I'm not sure what they have. Do they have the Pfizer? Is that what they're doing, or what?
I don't know which it is. Don't know.
So if you're a veteran, make sure you get up at the VA and go get your coronavirus shot in the butt.
Hey, they got whichever one's cheaper.
I wonder which one that is. We got the Pfizer, but you know it's free anyway. So you can go to any hospital and get
They're starting to give out Johnson here. Whatever that is. Johnson and Johnson. You got one. It's 2 shots, and then Johnson Johnson just released one that's 1 shot.
Every state's different. The states are doing it.
Yeah, you guys can have those shots, just so you know.
Hey, we got Todd in the chat, and I do believe he is a new grandfather of twins induced on Friday.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Anybody know?
I got a text, but I didn't know if it was public or not, so I didn't say anything today. So if he says it, then yay.
Yeah, he just got back from the hospital, and I think he mentioned in the chat that they were going to do some Friday, twins. So that's I'm pretty sure he's a grandfather now.
There's a statement in the
wasn't
chat. There's a statement in the chat I'd like to read. Jim CR120 says, "Oh shucks, guys, maybe how about a group hug?" Apparently, we're not allowed to share feelings on here unless it's making fun of one another.
Well, I mean, it's at the end. It's at the end of the. No one's here anyway. I mean, there's 13 people watching, and there's 13 people in the Zoom chat. So whatever.
I did misspeak. It wasn't twins. They did have a girl. So congratulations, man.
Congratulations on your granddaughter.
Well, I hope she was single. She was just born. Todd put in there, just a single girl.
Yeah.
Prearranged marriage.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and apparently that's why he wasn't on the show tonight. So congratulations. We'll let you go this time. We understand the circumstances. What's that?
Hey, I'm fixing off here, guys. I got to go. I still got to call a couple of customers, so I'm gonna catch y'all later. Hey, man, Sean. All I can say is the next week. Are we here? We're still here this weekend, right? Next weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend after we're going to go. Okay, April 2nd in Galveston, but this next weekend, if it's good here, man, you might want to grab Tommy and y'all try to come down and go fly. It's good.
Definitely. I want to do that. So we're talking about Louisiana or down in Texarkana?
Yeah, no, over in Spring Hill.
Would like to do that. The circumstances this last weekend, so
yeah.
We will definitely be better for this next weekend, and we'll be down there and we'll have a good time. Long as the winds are good. And even even the winds are good, screw it, I'm going to go up in windy weather. I don't care.
John Martin, we don't care if the winds are good or not. We still throw.
There you go. I have a reserve. I don't care. Let's just go fly.
Yeah. Hey, man, I've done many 1 foot landings out there with switchy winds.
Yeah, you landed out too when we went flying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't like that. Hey, let me tell you something. John Martin said his fields where he's at are like that because of baby pine trees and stuff, and they cut them and the stobs are sticking up. So he knew exactly what I was dealing with. I'm telling you, man, that was the worst experience I had trying to get off the ground.
It looked awful.
It was awful. What was worse is watching you do circles around the top of me while I'm trying to get off the ground.
I was trying to get a good video of you taking off, and you just didn't. It's funny. It's funny. It wasn't but a field over. It was all grass.
I know. I picked the wrong one. I picked the wrong one. I know. Anyway, and I'll catch y'all later. Hey, we got throttles. If Mainly Paramotors was talking about those throttles, I'm telling you, they are quality throttles. And they're $150, I think, but they're very much worth it. Y'all go check them out if you want to. And we got some more fuel sensors in. I've got 9 left. So if y'all are interested in anything like that, go check it out, please.
Mark, those throttles sold that you got now?
No, I've got 9 left right now. Oh, I've got 8 left.
Okay, all right.
I got red.
All right.
I got the red.
I'll get a hold of you. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. I have to have one because that one you saw mine. Okay, I gotta have a throttle, so I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. So keep one.
Look here.
We'll give them mine.
There you go.
Hey,
I got
Mark,
red, black, and blue.
Mark, you got my text this morning, right?
I think I did. Let me look here.
The one that you said you're going to text me later today? It's still today.
What are we doing? When you're oh yeah. Oh my God, dude, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I figured.
Dang. Y'all don't know how busy I am right now. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. Trust me. But anyway.
But let's talk tomorrow about that situation.
Yes. I'll call you tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna be in the field all day tomorrow. I've got a list of customers I got to go see, so I'll call you while I'm driving.
That's why I texted you this morning. I'm like, just sometime this week, just get back with me. I know you're busy.
No, I'll do it. I promise you. Hey, text me in the morning just to remind me if you can remember that.
And then you'll remember.
I will.
Because then I'll see the text and I won't touch it, and then I'll see it because I always check my phone every few minutes. All right.
Sure. I don't even know where I put my phone. There's my phone. I'll just text you right now.
Mark,
Yeah,
I'm
do it, and
going
I
to
want-
shoot you an email too.
Yeah, shoot me an email, mark@paraswagus.com.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Cheers, Mark.
All right, Walter. Hey, we'll see you guys later. We'll catch y'all. Shane, when is your show, Shane? So we can start watching it. I need to subscribe to it.
It is
Tuesday,
tomorrow night
7.
at 8 o'clock.
7 o'clock our time.
7 o'clock our time, right? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know Yes. what your time is.
It's
8 Eastern.
Yeah, I'm on
Thank you,
Eastern
bro.
time.
Yeah. All right. We're in that central time zone. We got you. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening.
All right.
Night,
Good
bro.
night.
Say
Have a
hi.
good one. My screen froze, so I don't even know if I can stop the live stream or anything.
Uh-oh. We can hear you and see you.
Yeah, my screen is just frozen. I can't click nothing. It's just crazy. I should take a screenshot of this one.
It sounds like guys are
You can
getting
do
ready
like
to go.
Shane. You can do like Shane and leave it on all night.
Yeah. we got a lot to live up to, man. I woke up Sunday morning. I was like, damn, Shane is still live streaming. Boy, they had a long one last night.
Yeah.
15 hours. Somebody forgot to turn the live stream off. There was still somebody watching it in the morning. There was still one person viewing.
My that was the most expensive one ever because they charge by the gigabyte.
What? Well, it's just a black screen. It couldn't have been too much data.
No, I'm just kidding. I was being funny. Hopefully, I took a screenshot of this. I'll send it to the ClearProp guest chat so you can see what my screen looks like. I don't know if I'll be able to kill the live stream. You guys can still hear me?
Well, before we bail, I just want to say, Matt, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. And I hope we got enough time to spend with you to get your story out and questions answered or things that you wanted to talk about. Sometimes we get long-winded talking about other sidetracked on other stories.
No, that's perfect. I appreciate you guys having me on. It was killer. Sometimes I'm not the greatest at like describing myself, so it works out. You guys kind of just kept rolling with it, so it was perfect.
Yeah, thanks.
But no,
man.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It was awesome. This is killer.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking forward to coming flying with you, man. And
Yeah.
appreciate you giving away stickers tonight. People like to get, like you say, they like T-shirts and stickers, so it's always nice to win. One day, maybe I'll win something. But
I was gonna say I'm supposed to be sending you
Okay.
some. Send you a T-shirt. Message me your size so I can get you a T-shirt too.
we won't talk about that. No.
Private message.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate that, dude. No doubt.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and bail too. I think, man, it's 9:42 here,
Yep.
and yeah, I'm getting a little tired myself.
I'm probably gonna hop off. It's getting there for me.
Yeah, time to get our beauty sleep. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for watching. This is clearproptv.com. You can also listen to us at paratalk.org. And I think there's another .com someplace, but we'll just say ppgzone.com. Make sure you go there and check out everything. Our very own Perry has taken care of that. And it looks pretty darn awesome. He changed up the front and everything. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to see if I can kill the live stream. And I'll see y'all tomorrow on Shane's show.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Never trust a skinny chef.
Never trust Skinny Chef Shane. Hey, I gave Brian and Shane co-hosting rights. See if you can kill the live the recording real quick. See if you can hit pause or stop on the recording.
Let's see. I see up top where it says
There you go. You did
Okay.
it good. And see if you can kill the live stream. If you can, thank you so much.
Cheers, everybody.
cheers, guys.
It says view stream on YouTube, copy stream
Yeah.
link, cancel.
It
Yeah, I don't see how to.
I
I
wonder if
don't see cancel.
I wonder if I just turn off my computer. I wonder if that would work. I mean, it's just frozen. I can't do anything. I'll have to push and hold the power button here in just a moment. So,
And a count of three, everybody hit control off delete.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
All right, night, y'all.
Thanks,
Good night.
guys.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on for 15 if I can. If not, oh well.
What's going on in 15?
I think Shane's gone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, Sean. It's Sean that's
Oh,
gone.
Sean's gone. Yeah, I'm just. I am trying to get a decent night of sleep. Whoa.
Just remember to turn the live stream off.
Yeah, dude. So I'm not gonna lie, I was hammered. That's the first time I was ever that hammered on. Actually, Will, you've seen me drink, and I never act like I'm. Well, actually, I'm never really drunk. I'm just buzzed. But I was hammered, absolutely hammered Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah, you got to blame your neighbor.
Oh, Nancy, she's a hoot, man. She's like almost 60 years old, and she just comes over and we just have a good time. I went over the next morning and put her new water heater in for she's a single lady, and the lady next door to me, they don't have anybody to help them out with handyman stuff. So if they need my help, I go over and help them out. They call me their husband. So, it's good to help people out, and it is what it is. I'd hope somebody, if something happened to me and my wife was by herself, I hope somebody would, help her out with something easy like a water heater or whatever. So, speaking of life, hi dear. How's it?
So wonderful.
I didn't ask you how great it is to be my wife. Nothing.
Hey, I enjoyed watching you last night, Shane. Actually, when I was at Walmart, when you guys were talking, and I had, it was like on speaker or whatever. So I just had you on my belt, and I was walking around, and I think half of Walmart heard you. Heard you all talking. It was funny.
I just wish I would have turned my computer off. When I was leaving, I was like, I should turn my computer off because I turn it off every night. And I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to bed. And I left all my clothes halfway between here and the bedroom. I was just taking off, walking to bed.
Glad you turned the camera off.
Yeah, just pointing at the wall. It was fun.
What time did y'all stop?
I don't honestly know. So I text Eric and Jade the following day and apologize for anything I did or said or whatever. Actually, I think it was Monday. I was watching it Monday, and I was just like, oh my God. Like I was looking at Eric, and I was like, it kind of came off like I was an asshole. So I was like, oh shit, I apologize. And they're like, for what? I'm like, and Jade said I can make fun of Eric all I wanted, just not her. So roughly about 3 hours. So it looks like about 3 hours, and then we killed it because I actually couldn't read the screen anymore. It was just a blur. I couldn't even see the pictures, the people on the screen. I was just like, holy crap, I gotta go. And
it was a good show. Spare of the moment thing. For me, it was a Sunday lunchtime to watch you. So for me, it was something to do during the day, and just excited the day.
And then poor Ben jumped on there to help out, and he just sat there, looked at me. He's just like, "How did I end up here?"
As I recall, Jade was pretty happy too.
Yeah, you can towards the end, she just puts her hand on her face, and she's just like, "Yeah, yeah." I normally wouldn't do that, but I don't know, man. Jade said she was on her way back from dinner. We were on our way back from dinner, and I don't know, man. It was just ready to tear it up, dude. So, whew.
Wow.
The next day, I was not feeling good. Headache. If I even have 1 or 2 beers of anything I don't normally drink, I wake up with a headache the next morning, guaranteed. And I don't do liquor, and I drank 2 shots of something. And oh man, after that, I was sitting here looking at the screen. I'm like, I can't even read that screen. I think it's probably best we go now.
Hey, Eric said he had his normal beer and a half and passed out.
Yeah. He's like, I passed out in the recliner. And again,
I used to drink way in excess. I mean, for years and years. And now if I drink 1 beer, I'm hungover the next day, something terrible.
Well, I used to never drink, and it wasn't until my son got sick, then I really just kind of, all the worrying and everything, I couldn't sleep. So I started drinking beer, and literally would drink 1.5 or 2 beers, and I would be like ready for bed. Now I think I actually didn't drink until the show started, and I've had 6 beers tonight. So, and it really doesn't feel like anything. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll be able to sleep tonight, hopefully.
Well, you know what they say, right?
Huh.
Never trust a sober Chef Shane.
Yeah. But you'll never like, all right, so Saturday night was it was a rare occasion, because normally if I even get remotely like that, you'll find me in bed. You'll never see me passed out on a couch or whatever. I get up and go to bed, and I'm out. So,
well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
hold on here.
I used to have that back in the early, I guess late 60s, early 70s, when marijuana was the big thing. And it wasn't very powerful back in those days, but I'm telling you, I could never be a pothead, because it doesn't take, just smell that stuff and I'm out like a light.
I did the same thing in high school.
I go right to sleep.
Yeah,
right
they're like,
sleep.
oh, take a hit of this. I'd take a hit and I'd be asleep for 4 hours. I'm like, they're like, did you ever get munchies? I'm like, no, I must have slept through that, because
I used to miss a lot of good parties.
Yeah, I've never been into the drugs. I wasn't ever into the drinking thing. I was always the DD, and coming up on 6 years now, I just learned. If I don't drink before I go to bed, then I have horrible nightmares, and it's just, to me, having 6 to 8 beers every night is not a big deal. I don't have a craving for it during work. It's when I get home. I went and flew tonight. I sat here for an hour and a half after work and messed around with the computer, and then my buddy called me and said, let's do it. And we took off and flew and came back. The guy, I met a friend of mine out there, and he's like, hey, do you want a beer? I was like, no, wait till I get home. It's not that I can't go without it. I just prefer not to.
Are we recording now?
What's that?
Are we recording now?
No.
Oh, okay. Have you ever tried, do you have trouble sleeping at night?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever tried a Benadryl?
I've taken everything over the counter. I've been on Ambien. Ambien leaves me completely groggy the next day. I've taken melatonin. So my issue is I have nightmares of the last moments of my son, and I get the pleasure of viewing that every night that I sleep, unless I drink. I've been on Prozac, I've been on everything. So this is cheap and easy, and I'm okay with it. It's not affecting my day job. It's not affecting my home life. I'm not a angry drunk. I don't even get drunk. I just get feeling good, and I go to bed. So it is what it is. And good night, Jim. CR120. When it becomes a problem where I'm missing work because I'm hungover or something like that, then yeah, I would have to find something else, because I like having toys like paramotors and golf carts. So
Right.
yeah, you can't do that with no job.
That's a fact.
Yeah, boy, isn't that the truth?
That's a pretty sweet ride, isn't it? That golf cart, Will.
Oh my gosh, has everyone seen that? You didn't put it in your video, did you? I put it. I should have pointed that out in the video. If you've seen the video, he's got a beautiful green. What's the name of the?
It's a Yamaha.
Beautiful, man. That thing is just sweet. And
When-
he had customized. The colors were custom. And, the wheels, man, they're amazing.
I had to wait an extra 2 weeks to have that cart done, waiting on those wheels and rims for the forum, because everything that they had in stock, I picked the only pair that they didn't have in stock. I was like, really?
Did you end up taking the roof off?
Yeah,
the roof off.
Yeah, it comes right off. Oh, which,
Convertible?
by the way, I have the best thing ever. So my wife constantly, like 6-7 times, reminded me, don't forget to take the roof off before you put it in a trailer. And I was like, honey, I'm not an idiot. I know to take the roof off. So I go to load it up and I almost hit the roof and I go, crap. Won't tell her about that one because I forgot to take the roof off. And since we're not recording, there's no proof. Just saying.
Yeah, right.
But
She is in the other room. You know, she just heard you.
No, she never listens to me. Trust me. But yeah. If you watch Brian's time, I think it was Brian's time lapse on his video for Swanee, you actually see a green streak go through. That's the golf cart.
Wasn't that neat, that time lapse?
Yeah, I should
idea.
do that. I got that generic GoPro and it has a time lapse on it. I mean, I don't know how anybody would take a $400 or $500 camera, leave it sit there, and then walk away from it. You know what I mean? And not saying that anybody would steal it, but there's a possibility. I mean, you could be a person and just be like, oh my God, there's a 500 sitting there. You know what I mean? Like, I would do it, but there's people out there. I don't know. I wouldn't want to think that somebody would take it, but good Lord, the possibilities would be it'd just be so quick and easy. But yeah, he left it.
Just buy a cheaper form to put on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I got that $50 Chinese knockoff that takes pretty good video.
From a tripod, you don't need stabilization or anything.
Yeah, that's probably a perfect use for that without the like what Walter was saying. You know, you don't have to. It doesn't have good stabilization. I wouldn't imagine.
No, that's the only thing I don't like about it. When you look left to right, you can tell it's a little janky. Yeah. But it is I don't have the camera here. I actually took some photo or video, which by the way would be the only video that I haven't lost yet from Swanee. It's on that camera. And it's only probably 5 minutes worth of video, because I put it on my head and then I forget to turn it on. So then I push the power button and I guess it's on, and then I hit the record button. I guess I'm recording because I don't know, because I can't hear it or see it. And it's kind of a guessing game. And then sometimes I'll hit the not record to see if in case it's recording. And then I turn it off, turn it back on, I think.
Use a little mirror. Hold the little mirror up there. You can see the light.
I should. I do have a mirror. I never thought about that. But I'm telling you right now, my next flight, I'm taking that selfie stick that I have, that 12-footer, and I'm taking it with me. I think I figured out if I put a zip tie around the part that holds the GoPro, and I run a carabiner to the bottom of it, so because it extends. And my concern is, as I'm running, it'll start extending and I'll end up tripping on it. So if I can take the bottom of it that has a loop in it and tie it to, or put a carabiner onto the GoPro, then I'm able to secure it so it can't stretch or extend, and I can run with it. It's the only reason I haven't used it yet.
Can't you retract it till you're in the air and then open it up?
Yeah, but what I'm afraid of is as I'm running, it'll start extending if it's not locked, and then I'm on it, and it would be chaos. And Chris Thomas, yes, Will's given me a great idea. He also said, Chris said to use your phone in selfie mode to see if the light's blinking on it. I never thought about none of that. I just guessed at it, and when I see everybody with like 4 cameras in flight, I'm just like, dude, there's no way. I don't have the mental capacity to put all this together and then turn around and throw myself into the air. Like, I need my phone that's on my chest. I can look down, it's recording. I'm good. And then in my head, and plus that little generic GoPro that I have, the batteries only last about 20 minutes of continuous run, but that's at 4K. And so when I decide I'm going to listen to music and it will fine, I'll turn that on, but I'm never sure if it's on or not. But now that I know I can use my mirror, or like Chris said, to use the let's see,
the selfie camera, the front facing camera.
Yeah, and then check it out, see if it's blinking or not. Sean just sent me a text saying I can't get it to turn off the live stream, so you might want to leave the chat and log into a private chat. What the heck's that mean?
He wants to turn it off.
We've been streaming live.
Make sure it turns off.
All right. Well, it's 11:01.
Yeah, I'm ready to go anyway. So
yeah. So let's just call tonight, and I'm gonna kill this on my end, and let's see if it kills the live stream. I have no idea. Well, John, Will, who else is in here?
Mr. Walter.
Walter. That's it. Just the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the 4 of us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Sean appreciates it. The show appreciates it. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow night at 8:00 Eastern time. And we're just gonna pretty much hang out like this, BS, and talk about whatever comes up. I want to do a talk tomorrow about wing inspections before flights or after flights, how often that a pilot should or shouldn't inspect